everything.
I didn't give you
At the bottom.
And welcome back. I am Jacob, your lovely and charismatic GM, here to give you that sweet, obviously ardent roleplay as well as the D&D 5e that we're going to all enjoy so much. With me today, of course, the D&D 5e that we're going to all enjoy so much. Oh my God, Lord! I just heard myself in the same street. Why am I hearing myself? Where am I? Where am I? Okay. I'm probably fine.
Just having a moment, like, oh my
Jesus.
God!
Wait a minute.
When you hear yourself back, tell. Anyway. Hate that for me. Okay, good. I was like, I just deleted all the other stuff, but good that it ruined my rolling forward. Love that. With me today, of course, as I was saying, is the lovely Mac, Roman, Stephanie, and of course Trent, who I actually know now is Trent because his name's not Piper Ingram. That's always very exciting.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Unfortunately, the delightful Hubert Shamshlam, aka Nick, not join us today, but you know. That is how it sometimes
we do what we gotta do.
Where we last left our Intrepid Adventurers, they had been trapped in the Dungeon of the Iron Hand, a cult that is currently inside and in the architecture of Havensburg, a larger city in the realm of Namina, in the larger country of Raskel, which is beset by a terrible disease that is ravaging its populace, which the party obviously has discovered is by the hand of Golduraya, a demonic lord of ashes, using his influence and power over the world to destroy and corrupt others and eventually bring the world to ruin. Last game, we discovered that Roman was in fact or Baird, as we should say, is a warlock of Golduraya, unwittingly so from his vampiric patron who basically passed him over and gave him over to this demon lord without really knowing too much about it.
Explaining what was going on.
Yeah, obviously he got those powers as a warlock is tend to do from the kind of eldritch beings, but it has been brought to the party's attention now that the cult of Golduraya has brought him into their kind of ritual practice and the plans that they have for eventually destroying Havensburg above. The party, of course, not particularly jonesed by this recent development, has been slowly dealing with that. They've managed to escape their shackles with some help from Baird, as well as killing 2 cultists, and are now about to head into the dungeon itself to potentially deal with the threat. All right. Well, here, let's do it. So, you guys are still in the jail, obviously. The 2 corpses of the cultists that you've just slain, which were your guards outside, are at your feet and at the feet of Matherman, who is looking towards Baird with a disapproving look on his face, obviously. However, currently it is a decision of what you would like to do next. So, where are you guys going to go? What are you going to do?
Baird had also just told everyone where their weapons were. And had brought back a few small items as proof as well.
You bring back the weapons?
I think I brought back I brought back like a weapon for each person. But I was like, I couldn't carry all your freaking armor and shit. So yeah, I brought back like the maul, the sword, and the bow and some arrows and stuff. For people. But yeah, otherwise I have all my weapons. It's fine.
You get like a slight look of appreciation from Damon as you give him his dad's sword. He gives you like, he's still very angry with you.
Baird looks suitably like scolded, like, just that like, okay. Knows that everyone's real mad at him. Doesn't want to say sorry though.
As right they should be.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do this? Why would Baird do this to us?
Because he's an idiot who doesn't ask questions.
That is true.
I mean,
you said it, not us. You said it, not us.
It's all right. I'm here for a laugh.
Yes.
What are you guys going to do?
Well, we have to go get the rest of our stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the first step.
I should probably get back. They're probably wondering where I am.
You could lead us to where we can get our armor, and then, go to the ritual and position yourself, because as soon as we get our armor, charge in, you should position...
I think it's not... the whole thing's not supposed to actually happen until the performance later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm supposed to be a distraction of some sort.
Time is ticking.
Let's go get your armor.
Yeah.
Now you know that there are guards or like cultists that are roaming the halls with incense and stuff like that, like moving from place to place. But you can begin your little adventure towards hopefully getting your gear back. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's take it away.
So Baird will take a lead of like a couple of meters to if they're like to basically like stop them from like bumping into any cultists wandering around, if at all possible. Unless somebody's got some sweet invisibility skills.
Potentially not.
I don't, but I have passed that trace.
So like if they look directly at you, that's going to nullify that.
I'm not going to do anything, but you know, if we can try and hide.
I'm quite certain pass without trace is actually a pretty god tier spell.
Yeah.
Let me just quick. Yep, it is a god tier spell.
Oh,
it makes you just.
Never mind.
It makes you just incredibly good at stealthing. You're like, oh yes, I am. Give +10 to everyone to stealth.
+10.
+10 bonus to dexterity checks, and you can't be tracked by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage. It is god tier sneaky boy times.
Like,
and you can cast it on multiple people. There's not like a number of people that you need to cast it on. It's like for the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you.
Well, don't cast it on Baird because Baird will just like purposefully try and like distract any people that they walk past.
Yep, sounds good.
Because this is within a certain amount. I don't know where it says the 30 feet. It's weird. I don't know. It sits weirdly.
Yeah, it's in the at least. It should be in the range. It's in the actual description of the spell, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. I must be missing part of the description. That is. Oh no, I just can't read, which is great.
Strange for a librarian to not be able to read, but you know.
Yeah, can't read. Don't know how to read.
You go off, man.
Show my books. Don't know how to read.
I've got faith in you, you know. All right, so
okay, I'm going to cast that if I can. Once we leave crazy place with many alarms that sound like birds.
Well, luckily enough, you're able to. Obviously, you know, cast it kind of whenever. It's just a one action and concentration for an hour. So it's pretty good. You just walk out into the hallway. Everyone else walks out into the hallway with you. And then, you cast. So you are here presently in the map. If you guys can see the map over there. It's your area there. Now, Bed, you know a lot more of the layout of this place. Over here, obviously, is where the sleeping quarters are. Over here is where the ritual space is. And this over here was where you found your like items and stuff like that. And it's the torture chamber that you like assume that people would be brought to and then tortured.
All right. Cool.
So
we are headed that way then. Yeah. So yeah, Baird will take a lead of a couple of 5 to 10 meters or something like that, and then if they see anyone coming, they will purposefully try and like draw their attention towards.
So you'll be
him.
30 feet ahead of the party, checking where people are. All right.
Yeah.
Roll me a perception test.
I can do that.
I believe in you that you can do that. More than anything, you need to believe you can do that. Otherwise, danger.
On the map.
So what?
Can you mark where we are on the map? Can you put like a little square?
I can give you a little square. I'll give you.
Any Jacob?
I can. You guys about here? Bed. Over here.
Cool.
And cultists will be this little symbol here.
Cool.
But we don't know where they are yet. All right. Let's see what
I got a 10. It's not great.
Yeah, not particularly cash money. Let me see. Yep, you like don't hear anyone too much around you. You'll probably move up to this. This lock to grid thing didn't work.
You can hold Alt, I think, to move it like separately to the grid.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you for that, Trent. I did not know that.
You.
Thank you, Boo. All right. So you move up to about here, and these guys move up behind you. So that's like that's much larger than that, probably. So this is about probably 30 feet, about 10 meters.
Yeah.
And you guys move around the corner. And I want you guys to do a perception test for me as well.
Okie dokie.
Wow. Lovely.
One D.
You rolled a D.
One D.
A single D. Not too many Ds at all.
Maybe bumped a key there.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even. Yep, there we go.
Wow.
Abysmal.
We're doing great.
You're doing
Mog.
terrific.
Mog, you are the only one who hears kind of down the hallway at about this location here. People round the corner as you're about to like step out of the thing. You are able to stop and do a stealth check and get the others to do a stealth check as well. However, for everyone who did not hear, you'll be at disadvantage for stealth. Luckily enough, you get a +10 to it, so maybe it'll be fine.
Can I not warn them? Like, be like, hey guys, catch up. Let's catch up to bed. There's a patrol there. Is that not like...
They are currently looking down this way. They have moved from here and moving to here. So they are about to like see you if you move a step forward a bit more.
Can they see Baird?
Yeah. Can you see Baird?
No, can they see Baird?
Yeah, they can see Baird. Baird's like one of them.
It's allowed to walk around freely though.
Yeah, of course. I'm just seeing it. Are they making any... they react to Baird?
No.
Oh.
It's like, oh, it's Baird. There you go. Oh, like they haven't actually walked around the corner properly yet either. Like you guys, like this is in motion at the moment.
They see us. Like, I kind of don't quite understand how we're getting good stealth right now. Are we like...
You are not getting good stealth. I am saying that you are able to warn the party to do a stealth check to not be seen.
Oh, okay.
You will be able to do a regular one. The party will have to do with disadvantage because they have not spotted what you have seen. But the fact that you have and warned them is that they get one at all. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I want to warn everyone being like, there's a patrol coming to the left.
I will, like, I guess, push myself up against the wall, stand up against it,
like from fucking like from the new Emperor's New Groove, like.
Yes.
Oh god, he's doing his own theme music.
It's literally what I'm doing.
Damon absolutely, like the spirit animal of Damon is absolutely Kronk.
Definitely.
Damon is Kronk.
Definitely.
Don't at me.
If Damon is Kronk, then Baird is Cusco.
Yes.
So I'm subconscious for all of this.
And Baird is Yzma.
Rude.
Got him.
All right.
There's no concern of mine if we did.
So that's what Damon's going to do for his little stealth check. Like, I can, like, this wall right here. I'll, like, hide up against it so they're not going to immediately see me.
Yep, go for it.
That's it. And then I'll roll my stealth check, and I'm not that stealthy.
Yep, with disadvantage, but
well, oh yeah, cool.
Get a +10.
+10.
Yeah, +10 as well.
10.
You're so
actually, I have a pretty good dex, so my stealth's actually not bad. You have +13 to this roll. Cannot argue.
You can't argue with a +13. Like that's the thing about like pass without trace. You're just good. You're like,
yeah.
So it's a 16.
Yeah, 16 is still pretty good.
Not bad.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
I don't want to say what my bonus got.
Oh, you got a 1.
Oh, bro.
But you had a +10.
Yeah, but a 1's still a fail. 1's always fail, 20's always succeed.
Well,
small natty number.
Mog decides to, like, because he's not wearing armor, he's not used to, like, not, like, having this weight on him, so he thinks, like, to go extra stealthy, falls to the floor and starts falling. Like, with his, like, maul, like...
You can, like, Baird's just at the front of them and can hear this happening, just...
Yeah, I can only imagine the Baird turns around and is like...
The slow turn, like... It's like this part of him that's like, why am I helping these people?
Why does this happen to me? And like the two cultists like look to Baird and then look to the side where the noises come from, and they're like,
Baird just gives them a confused, like, I have no idea what it is.
So Lillian, have you done your roll yet?
No. Okay, let's do this twice.
Do it.
Make it so number 2 or 3.
Does Hubert have to roll?
That's 21. Because I have a +9 to stealth, so I've got 19.
Far out.
Jeez Louise. Gotta roll so
This was an accident. I've played a stealth queen before. I didn't intend Lillian to be one.
Steph, I don't think I believe you.
Let me just.
Wow.
Do you know you need to screenshot this?
No.
Jake
no.
has access to your cheat.
I know what you've got. I just don't like it. And I don't want to believe you. Okay, that's
I
what I'm saying.
reject your reality.
I don't like that.
Do your feet feel wet in denial?
All right. Well, God tier Lillian's stealth ninja, I guess, succeeds at her role.
Spider-Man's
Mog,
up onto the roof.
Mog, however, does like the kind of like with the big tuba, like, and falls to the ground. And the two cultists look towards him, look towards Bed, look towards him, draw their knives, and move slowly forward.
Do I see this as they were?
No, because
No, because I'm on the other side of the wall. That's
you're on
true.
the other side of the wall. Just you can hear them slowly moving up towards you, and they round the corner to see, obviously, Mog on the floor,
Being an idiot.
in the prone
Just
position,
getting up.
and then like getting up as he is, and he's like looks to them. They look to him. They
How
look
many
to
of them
Bed.
are there?
There are two of them,
Okay.
and one of them and then we go to initiative at that point.
God
Yeah.
damn it. We'd
Damn,
been
dude.
out of the gate. Barely out of the gate, Mog.
Yeah, the gate Mog. So much stealth, so much power, so much Lillian cheese helping you along. You know.
No, and you failed anyway.
You guys roll a lot of natural ones. I'm just gonna
We do.
a lot of natural ones. I think maybe just roll 20 doesn't like you.
Yeah,
That
right.
tracks, to be honest. Oh, wait, I've got to do my initiative.
Big scan. All right. Well, they are ready to party.
I fucking won it
Hold
the
on.
first time. Mog's
Can I request if we do just like if there's not I guess just normal torches that can we just put them out, please? That would be
Yes,
lovely.
I'll do
You
that.
you can definitely put out torches if you'd like. That's fine because then you can be
I
invisible.
would love that.
You absolute monster.
How many of us can see in darkness? Like, magical darkness?
Not
Is it
a
just
lot.
me?
Oh,
Well,
I can't even see in
normal
magical darkness. So
What if
yeah,
it's just me?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. All
That's
right.
fine.
That's cool.
I have the spell, but that's not going to help you guys.
No.
I've got a spell. I like spells. All right. Where is it? All right. So they got 8. You guys got 21, 11, 12, 18. And Dame. Yeah, Dame's all there. And I'll roll one more for.
Hubert.
Oh. Where am I supposed to go? Oh my god. Of course. All right. Cool. So top of the round is Mog. Mog. They have seen you. What would you like to do? You have your. I believe you got your
I've got my mole back.
your mole back. Yeah.
Yeah. So my first thing is I'm going to attack them. Are they very close to me? Yeah, they're close.
Yeah, they're close to you. Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, well, stuff this up, and he's just
Nailed it.
like, barrel to the first person with his hammer. Finally happy. He's kind of off the floor a bit more because he
Yep.
has his armor on. So he's like,
You're flying in the air like a
"Yeah."
beautiful, graceful ballet elf orc.
19,
19 does hit.
11.
11 is some damage that they take. Yep.
Plus, you like doing a smite.
Oh, you can give a smite. Give them the people's elbow, you know. Have you used too many smites until now?
I didn't use anything in the last.
This is pretty crazy.
Yep.
Yeah,
What
sorry.
smite is he going to use, eh? The one that makes the giant flash bang or the one that shoots sound 300 feet around us?
God damn it.
Why not both?
Which smite will Mog pick today?
Read what it does. Why is it not coming up? Sorry, I'm just struggling with my
Reading?
smite now.
Maybe no one
Nice,
can
right?
read here. Maybe that's
2d8.
Yeah.
We're all fail.
yeah. It's okay. I love you all.
I don't know why it's not letting me like. Oh wait, no. Usually I can just click on Divine Smite and just add it to like the damage, but I don't get why. I click on. No, what's going on? So I'm just going to type it in.
Okay. That sounds good.
That's what I do all the time.
the 8. An extra 8 smiting damage. It's
8
like
smiting.
a light sizzle, like a psst.
Cool.
And as a bonus action, I want to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okie dokie. Cool. And then it is.
I'm an idiot. I know why I wasn't casting, because it was asking me, what level do you want to cast? And it just, like, the camera's like in the way a little bit.
Lillian, you're ninja. Go.
Guess we're in combat.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're in combat.
Join in the match. Just... Okay, go. Let's go check things.
Mm-hmm.
As always. Anyway.
Anywho.
Oh, since I've got my bow and some arrows, just gonna shoot them 3 times.
Yep, you are in fact hidden as well, so you will get advantage on this as well.
Sorry, I just realized that I'm level 5. I've got an extra hit. I'm gonna quickly pump that in.
Over it.
I'm gonna guess 26 hits.
Mm-hmm.
This button.
Be really concerned if it didn't.
Extra attack.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to put any more smite into that?
No, that's it.
All right, that's fine. Go off. Lillian, you have 3 attacks somehow? Yes, good.
Yeah.
Go off for that, yep.
You don't seem very happy about that.
Oh, I'm super happy. I love characters being effective. Jesus.
At least one of the characters needs to be effective because I'm useless.
Well, one. Should I just do all of like the attacks at once and then do the hits afterwards? Because
That's usually pretty good.
do that.
Yeah.
So I got,
Just makes things a bit easier.
there's one. So I got one snap 20.
Yep,
Go
and the
on,
22.
20.
Okay. So who are you firing at as well? Wait, that's 4 rolls. Oh, it's disadvantage.
Because there's advantage. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So it gets even worse.
Uh-huh.
But wait, there's more.
Mm-hmm.
Swear to God, I'm insane. Okay.
But
Cool.
26, 22, and 29.
Mm-hmm. Just pop out from stealth and murder everyone. All right, back to stealth. Or be invisible while doing that, because why not? Why not? Oh god, disgusting.
How did you do this, Steph? How did you make this monstrous character?
Did it?
It's an
I just kind of looked at some things like, oh, those are cool. Those will work together quite nicely. And then I looked at the stats after I put it all in the sheet and was like, that goes together a lot nicer than I thought it would.
Nothing.
I'd like to thank Travis for actually teaching me how to make a good sheet. I don't know if he's watching, but
He might be watching. Hopefully,
if he's
everyone's
not,
watching. We love that for him.
then I don't
But
think of it anymore.
never have I seen someone be quite intelligent and stumble into being that intelligent. I think it's like the identification of like intelligence versus wisdom. It's like, I didn't know this would happen. It's like, but you did this all the smart stuff. Like, yes, but I know it would work.
Well, see, I did like part of it. I was smart enough to go, this will work together nicely, but I wasn't smart enough to actually know what the outcome would be and how crazy it would be.
Apparently, the outcome is murder.
Sorry.
So, who would you like? So, yeah, what are the first roll going towards? What the second roll going towards? Like, are you shooting all at one, or are you going to shoot like?
Yeah, I'll do it all
and then the other at
one, whichever one Mog hasn't hit yet.
Yep, cool. All right, do me your damage.
Okay, so one of them's critical. I just need to double check. It's 2, like the dice double. Yeah.
Yep, the dice double, but the you'll just do the bonus for damage 3 times for the 3 attacks. So you can do it in one calculation. Be like, this is the amount of whole damage I do. So this is the number of damage dice plus the number of hits, which is equal to the bonus. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, nice. Also, because you get to roll big numbers. Who doesn't love big numbers?
We'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's it. It's 25 damage.
That
Whack.
doesn't seem right. But
I
25
rolled
damage
really
is a lot.
low on a lot of them. So I might have hit really well, but I did not do a lot of damage.
Oh, that's pretty good then. All right, so they take some damage. Cool. There is, I believe, what is that? 12. Damon's go.
Damon's turn? Yes.
Damon.
Damon. All right, so I can now see them. They've just come around the corner as this has happened.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't really have any of my stuff for my sword, so I've kind of just been carrying it the whole time because I don't have any scabbard or anything that's all with my armor. So I'm going to bring up my character sheet. So I'm going to use my bonus action to dash. I'm going to dash straight into them upon seeing like one of them get hit by a bunch of arrows, the other one get like bonked by them all.
Yep.
I'm going to do like a low sweep, and I'm going to use my charger feat to strike at them after moving from, like, if I'm behind Mog, I'm still 10 feet away. So I'm going to dash through them, trying to end up behind them, but cutting them at the legs, if that makes sense. All right, so
Very sneaky samurai.
It's very sneaky.
Cheeky samurai.
So it's 8. And okay, so I roll a 10 on the first strike. As I come in to strike the one that Mog hit, I'll strike first.
Yep.
Obvious. I don't make purchase, right?
You're not being purchased, no.
Will I add my extra attack because I'm a level 5 fighter?
Yes.
I'm going to like kind of spin on the heel as I move past them and strike him again.
Yep.
Wait.
All right.
You missed your second attack?
So I miss entirely, and I end up right behind them, but still in combat with them.
Yeah, yep.
Trent say like Damon has a vague concussion. It's fine.
Yeah. He
still
got
waking up.
knocked in the head as a child.
about a 20
You mean as an adult?
Yeah. Bed is now your turn. Could you do me a quick no.
No.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Just I don't know. I'm concerned by you whenever you think you're going to do something and then you don't. I'm like, what have I done? What are you
I'm
planning?
just going to check your passive perception.
Passive perception.
Yep. You hear from down the other hallway the sandal footsteps.
Ah, fantastic. So were any of the two dead or?
Nope, they're both alive.
Oh, damn it. I'm going to go and hold on 1 second. I'm just checking something very quickly. Sorry, I'm just checking something very quickly. Excellent. Cool. I'm gonna step around the corner and ignore the fight entirely to see who's coming and how many there are.
Yep, there are currently 2 cultists moving towards you. Again, with like the sensors and incense and stuff like that, but they don't seem to be alerted yet to the kerfuffle that's happening on the other room.
Cool. I'm going to step up to them and use Charm Person and distract them because using it as a level 2 spell, I can charm 2 people at once. Just one at a time.
That's very exciting. All right, go for it. I'll get them to do their roll to resist.
Where's my wisdom saving throw that they need?
Versus charm. Yep, that's the first one's all.
Hold on. My brain's not reflecting. What? Which ones were they?
So they have resistance to magic being cast on their spell, magic resistance.
That's fine.
Advantage on saving throws being charmed or frightened.
Yeah, that's fine.
So the first one, I believe, fails. The second one succeeds.
What did the first one roll? Sorry?
A 12 and 11.
They're technically both fails because... Oh, yeah, so it's 14.
Yes.
So first one fails.
It's 12, and the other one is a 17.
Right, cool, awesome. Sorry, my brain's not catching up.
That is all good.
Yes, cool. So, well, if we've got the first one, we've got one of them, and that's fine. And Baird will just strike up casual conversation and start chattering with them about what they're doing and getting them to explain it to him.
Excellent. I will get them to like. What do you say? Like, so like, you're like, oh, like, so there you go.
I've noticed that there are many of you wandering the halls, and I was curious as to what exactly you are doing. And is it part of the ritual? What is in the incense that you're burning? Those kind of questions. Just peppering the little inane questions.
Yep, that sounds good. They will answer you when it is their turn. All right. So then it actually is their turn. So they respond actually. They're like, we are preparing for the ritual. We're bringing the required unguents and ingredients to the master, or for the master's ritual. You are more than welcome to help us, but I understand that your duties are elsewhere, Master Beard. Mm-hmm. And they kind of they stop for a minute. They chat, and they're like seem relatively cordial towards you.
Excellent. They're just trying to keep them distracted.
Yep. And then the other two in the other room are going to. One is going to hold person on. Let me think about it. One is going to hold person on Mog. So Mog, will you do me a wisdom saving throw, please?
9.
Oh, I believe you fail, unfortunately. That they're wrong.
What is a strength? Are they grappling me, or are they?
No, they are
hold person.
They're casting hold person. You're like, no, none for you.
Man.
Nothing.
Oh no!
You lose.
Help me, guys.
Cool. And then the other one is going to come up to you and cast a inflict wounds on you.
Dude.
Everyone's always so mean to Mog.
It's because he's the scariest.
I know, but
you take 24 damage as a blast of necrotic energy courses through your body. Because you are critted by this particular spell because you are paralyzed.
All right, Brussels sprout.
Go. And that is their wham bam, thank you, ma'am attack. Then it is top of the round. It comes to your turn. You may do another wisdom saving throw to resist the paralyze if you would like. But that is all you can do on your turn.
So look at that. It's time to do. It's my turn now, right? Wisdom saving throw. Did a 10 do it?
No. No, it does not.
I'm pretty much being held in the air. I'm going pretty damn limp because I've got next to nothing left.
Oh, you can actually move. Even if you wanted to, you couldn't move. Whole person completely puts you into place. Yeah, you only just scream with your eyes like. Yeah. All right, then it is Lillian's go. Is it Lillian's go? She got an 18, yes? Yeah, because you got ridiculous speed. Oh, damn, +9. Jesus Lord. +9 stealth. Jesus Lord.
I think it's going to take you a while to recover from that. Oh, wait, we have to do this every 2 weeks, so you're never going to recover.
Yay!
Woo!
You do it to yourself, but out, and that's what really hurts.
You might only be able to do 2 attacks per action.
Yeah, no, I
can.
I normally do just 2. It's only on the first time that I do it.
Oh,
I
of
can
course.
do 3.
Because you got an incredible assassin. My mistake, Lillian. My mistake.
Yes, don't worry. I'm keeping tabs. I'm not cheating.
I understand.
Nobody likes a cheater.
No one likes a cheater.
No one likes a cheater. Can I try and hit poor gentleman?
Old mate?
Let's go that. Old mate who did the inflict wounds. Because
mate. Old mate with the inflict wounds. Yeah, that guy's
rude.
chopped, mate. He's chopped, I tell you. Yeah, good. I'm off him, I'm off him.
Go off.
Right.
Go off. Now, all you need to do is fail. Why can't you just
How about no?
Why can't you just give this to me, man? Why can't you just let me have this? All right, well, you're damaged. Get on with it.
Get him, mum.
Get him, mum. You got both attacks of the same guy, I imagine?
Did we forget we have an NPC with us as well?
Yes.
There.
He's chilling.
He's holding back the other bard who would inevitably make a lot of noise.
16.
16 damage. Yes, he dies. He's like, "Bleh,
Good.
bleh.
Get him.
Get him, fellas." Yeah. Cool.
Nobody
then-
bees mean to Mog. No.
Nobody's bees.
Not one of
means
my
Mog.
bards, but that's okay.
Mhm. Then it
Ah,
is.
allowed to be mean to Mog.
That is Damon's go.
All right. Well, I'm right behind the only. There were two of them. I'm right behind the guy left. So I'm just gonna straight up and then straight back down and swing at him twice.
Yeah, Duke, go for it. It's simple. You just gotta hit him. Easy,
Just
man.
gotta hit him. Yeah. So I hear. All right. So I end up with 25 and 13.
Yep. 13 does hit.
Oh, nice. All right. Well,
Meets beats.
I'll just roll my damage together.
Mm-hmm. Realistically, you probably don't have to. How would you like to kill this man?
I'll just slice him in the back twice. I'm super focused on getting out of here. That'll be too exciting. Just gonna slice up, straight back down.
Slice.
Slice,
Yep.
slice, 22 damage.
Yeah, 22 down. She's. Yep. He's not getting enough for that one. All right, you've resolved the combat. Mog, there's still like a huge kind of like magical scar tissue across your chest from where you've been like where a hand has basically placed on you and then radiated like death energy from it.
0 out of 10.
0 out of 10 would not recommend. However, you are now free to continue on your merry way.
Cool. So
Excellent.
you're gonna see
Do
Mog.
we maybe like drag the bodies into the corridor so that people don't just
Yep.
trip over them?
You're gonna just like pick them up and put them back in the jail cell. Like, this is where I keep my corpses now.
Tracks.
Unfortunately, there is blood
Tracks.
like around the place. There's blood on the floor, like where the combat has obviously happened. It was relatively quiet. There was nothing too loud about your combat because it's not like they weren't wearing armor. You guys were using weapons and stuff like that. So it's mostly like quick slashes and like pummeling them to death, obviously. So you don't think that there's anyone who's heard the kerfuffle, but
Well, as you guys quiet down, you could probably hear Baird. Baird is talking at a reasonable volume as well, like definitely making it known that they are having a conversation with someone around the corner, kind of thing. So you guys, as you quiet down, you can probably hear Baird talking. It's just like Baird is just waiting. Like, I have no idea how we're going to make these people leave.
What could possibly go wrong?
Mog is gonna raise his hand and go, "Come on, Venethar, really help me out here." And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Yeah.
I've only got two. Actually, yeah, this is it. I'm gonna cast all of my
Believe in the power of Vanathar.
2 spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
So I go up by 10.
10 hit points.
All right. So you'd see that wound on my chest kind of lights up, and then I'm like, it still really hurts. It's still nothing happened.
Yeah.
But I did get a little bit more. So guys, I'm gonna have to stick behind for a little bit because I'm really not feeling well.
I'm a little bit shocked
Don't
right
worry,
now.
Mog. I'll protect you, Mog. Don't you worry.
Mhm.
And I'll start heading towards where I hear Baird talking.
So they can kind of continue. They kind of continue the conversation. And they're like, "Oh, yes, we're going to be going up to the shop upstairs, and we're going to grab some more things." Did you need anything while we're up there?
No, I believe I have all the components that I need on my part.
No, as you wish. And then they like kind of turn around and head in this direction. They head like up towards what you believe is the entryway or possibly the gateway or something like that, but you're not super certain. Like they've just come out of this area here, where you know the ritual place to be.
Excellent. Well, Baird will step back a little bit and stick their head around the corner and be like, "Okay, you can come on."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just sort of eyes the 2 dead bodies like,
Mm-hmm.
it's fine.
So, are you gonna? Is Mog gonna pick those bad boys up and toss them in the old jail cell?
Yes.
Yep.
Mog was gonna just say, "Should I bring these with me? Have them on top."
For what reason? What are you going to do? Are you just going to lob them at people?
Yeah, can't you guys do that? Isn't that what you guys do? Throw them at your enemies?
No, you wait for them to get rotting and disease, and then you catapult them over walls in a siege.
I could throw a body at someone if you want.
I'm sure you probably could.
Genius. No orc has ever thought of that. Wow.
It's called bioterrorism.
Okay. But no,
Yikes.
Bear does not say that. That's actually a medieval warfare tactic that used to get used.
yeah,
Or pigs.
it was crazy.
Yeah, just yeet diseased corpses over walls.
But yeah, I should bring these with me because what if another patrol goes and checks the cells?
Well, we're not in there anywhere, right? Like,
Yeah, it's like you guys not being in there is going to be
They're
more
gonna
of a
know.
giveaway than the bodies.
Yeah, there's all the corpses inside the jail cell, which around the jail cell is also covered in blood. So I mean, it's a rich tapestry at this point. You're just going to try and escape as quickly as possible,
Well, yeah,
get
there
your
are
shit and get out of here.
You're right. So
Let's just go and get your armor so we can get you out of here.
bring the bodies, Mog. Let's go.
God.
flesh armor for now.
Meat shields. Great. Thought Damon was the meat shield.
Well, I do have a lot of meat. Wait.
Wait a second.
Are we just not doing phrasing anymore?
Yeah, apparently not. All right. So you pick up the bodies, Mog, with your big, strong muscles, and you're heading down this way, I imagine.
Yeah, back down towards the way that this way.
Yep. This way.
Yep.
Cool. So
Baird
you
will
get-
do a double check around corners to make sure that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They're like creeping behind. You
Very
don't see
prepared for
anyone. You don't see anyone up here,
Mm-hmm.
and then you like gesture for them to kind of come through, and then you arrive into the next little area. So I will give you guys the reveal for the.
Mhm.
Let me just find it for you. The torture chamber, which is where you find yourselves.
Baird is going to stay outside and
It is
keep
the-
watch.
Cargo card as well.
Cargo card. There we are. Found it.
Cargo room.
If the cargo was corpses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right.
Yes. Have a look.
Cool.
Yagul.
I'm just waiting for it to load because I forgot to actually open the game before we started.
Is it-
Because I'm a bad person.
Naughty. Oh well, it's fine.
we just go into this room? There's no one in there, or is this just
No,
like
no one's in there. No one's at the moment. No.
okay? Is there?
It looks like it's obviously been prepared for something, but you're not exactly certain what that might have been.
Can I have?
Well, that can't be good.
Mm.
Thanks. I hate it.
You'll love to see it. All right. Yep. This is like the kind of room you find yourself in. Underneath the table, there are two boxes. There's like a box with your gear in it, and as well as a smaller secondary box.
That has a slightly damaged
Like lock on it.
lock on it because
Yeah.
Baird failed to crack it.
Click clank.
And yeah, Baird's going to stay up at the that upper corner
Mhm.
where he is now to make sure and keep an eye on everything.
Yep. You guys go into the thing and have a little poozy doos around.
Mhm.
And yeah, you grab your things out of the box.
Yeah,
I would suppose.
absolutely.
It will take you a bit of time, so it takes you about like probably 10, 20 minutes to get everything like out
On.
and on and back into the right place and kind of double check what is and is not there. But you find all your gear basically over the course of this time. And while you're in that room, quickly do me a investigation, just kind of like if you kind of have a look at like why you have a look around and stuff.
Damon will be very focused on getting set up. He won't be looking around too much.
Yeah, there's also the option, of course, to open that other box, but it's up to you, really.
Do it. Open the
Right,
small
he'll definitely
box.
try. I'll definitely try and open that box while I'm down there for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just assume it's got more of my stuff in it. But I don't really want
Of
to work
course.
with the lock, so I'm just going to try and just smash it open.
Mhm.
Just break where the lock is.
Yeah.
Don't we have a character who has like a lockpick specialty?
Probably.
knows?
I have a lockpick specialty too.
I know how to do
The
that.
lockpick specialty is a big golf sword.
Yeah. Open.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use I'll use the pommel of my sword to just like try and smash the lock.
Roll me an attack and damage. Yeah, that's good.
Right, so 23.
Yep. It's a good solid hit.
Uh, I get 7 damage on it.
All right, you hear a clank, but you don't feel like it does any damage.
Well, I'm going to just keep smacking it, but obviously...
Another.
Smacking it again.
Yep, do me 2 more rolls. While Mog, you have seen something a little bit curious in the room, and it is on the Ardent Roleplay app. For you to have a look at,
15 and 21 on my attacks on the log.
Yep, those are good. Yep.
So Mog is putting on his armor in the corner of the room. Kind of leaning up against the wall, and he realizes that like something's shifting. He's like, and Mog's gonna be like, "Hey guys," as he's strapping himself on, like, this wall looks like it can move.
Oh.
The far wall. This looks like this is a door.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Yep.
I'm busy smashing a lock at this point. Damon is focused.
You all have a look
Really?
at
very-
and you can
Cool story.
and you
Mog.
kind of have a look, and you can kind of see the little outline that he's talking about. You're like, oh, this looks like a bit curious, actually. Yeah,
Yeah, that's really cool in the AR app.
yeah, nice. AR apps are cool, man. They're so good. So yeah, you kind of start smashing it. You start doing some damage to it. So those last 2 rolls were
19 together, 19 damage.
19 damage together. Yeah, the second one does some like damage, and you can hear like a little clank and crack.
I'm not going to stop until it's broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep banging at it while...
It's a really
people are looking
strong
at the room.
lock, considering
It is.
the first one broke real easy.
Yeah.
So, do I just do 2 more attacks on it?
Yeah, just do 1 more attack. Yep, you hit it.
All right. Ooh, that's 14 damage. Double.
You managed to smash and crack the lock. Good job.
Nice.
You open up, you're like, oh, what's inside?
I'm very proud of myself.
Yeah. It
What
is
is inside?
another bag. It's like a small, like nicely, like finely made, like patchwork looking bag.
I open it upside down and start emptying the contents.
Yep. You start emptying the contents, and a huge amount of junk falls out. Like toys, and like more than the bag should possibly be able to like carry, and it makes a calamitous sound. This is a bag of holding, and when you put a bag of holding upside down and you start releasing its contents, it releases all the contents when you do that. Fun fact about the bag of holding. But there's like toys, there's like knickknacks, there's like souvenirs that you can kind of notice. There's like skulls of various like creatures and enemies and monsters and stuff like that, and like books and poetry and all these kind of things. And you fall to the ground and you're like,
Just a little pile in front of him now.
yep, there's a big old
Look
little
up. I look up at Lillian, disappointed that none of it's mine, and I throw her the bag.
Yep.
I'm like, none of this is mine. I don't want any of this, and I'll throw her the bag.
Free bag of holding.
Bye now.
Yes, that would have probably helped you a great deal with all the stuff you had. The plan, you see. But yeah. So
Can I help Mog try and see how to get the door open?
you can, yes. So roll me an investigation again, for, like with the door in mind.
I'm gonna do this. 18 again.
Nice Mog.
He's still putting on armor as well. He's like really trying to get it. He's just actually banging against the door.
Just banging
Her
the
being
door.
like, "Can I help you?
Yep. So you
Can
know,
I hold something?"
yeah. So you kind of have a look at the torch next to the doorway. You pull it down, basically, doing like the old classic,
I'm trying to get my boot, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. This is Mog specifically does, and it pops open. As you can see in the AR app. Wow, look at it go! Look at that. So,
Ooh.
yeah. And it pops open to reveal a smaller section of room just beyond it. You reveal it on the old Roll20 as well.
Nice.
Now, this room is obviously quite small, but inside there's a small altar, as well as what appears to be writing on the wall in Elvish.
There's some squiggles on the wall, guys. Looks really.
Wall squiggles. I don't trust it.
Right. What does it say?
You speak Elvish?
I can read it. Yeah.
Oh, you speak Elvish. All right. So
I do.
Let me just get the. For Adrithea the Great, the grinning god of all that celebrates life and diminishes death, may she protect me in this forgotten place, and may her light be always in my heart. This is like an inscription, and for anyone who would like to kind of know about Adrithea, there's a religion check involved with that.
Is going to
Do it.
pull from his very little of his religion he was into, and he figures out that he still doesn't know it.
That scans, yeah.
He goes, I was taught about this in school.
There is like a folded, like there's this beautiful folded silken, handkerchief on this altar, and there seems to be something inside. And as you it's a folded handkerchief on the altar. Sorry.
I'm gonna go and grab it.
You open it up.
Yeah.
Inside there is a single rose. It is gold and red at the base. So it's gold on the tips of the leaves, and it goes to a red at the base. And it looks like it's in it's a growing flower. You can notice around the rest of the room that it seems that this place has not been opened for quite some time. There's dust and cobwebs and the kind of idea of what obviously not in well use place, but the flower itself is pristine.
Interesting.
Can I do one last perception check just to see if there's anything else in a room?
No, there doesn't seem to be anything else left in the room per se. Not that you can tell, but you can do a perception test for me anyway. So, yes. Yeah. You're
now we're done here.
No. Yep.
I'm blind suddenly.
Yeah. What you can do is you can do me a wisdom check if you'd like. Anyone else who's not Mog, because Mog, you fucked it. Sorry. Nah, done.
Nothing else in this room.
Nothing else. Nothing needs to be thought of or considered in any way. We're done.
Taking my bowl and going home.
Yeah, it'll give you some extrapolation of idea of what this room is for and what it's about.
I'll come up next to Mog, hand on my chin, thinking, and I'll make my wisdom check.
Yep.
Because it's not going to be very insightful.
Yes, let the idiot make the check.
Yeah. Beautiful. Oh! Get fucking destroyed.
When your idiot friend is suddenly smarter than you.
So Trent, I'll give this to you. You think that this is a private worshipping place for someone who potentially is in this cult. Something that they used to hide away, whatever this place used to be used for, they believed absolutely in whatever this what's her name? Adrithea, the Great. Adriata the Great, sorry.
Adriata the Great, yeah.
Adriata the Great. Adriata, yes.
That's exactly Jacob's wording there, is how Damon just speaks to Mog. That exact sentence is what I say to Mog as I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, that was what I was going to guess as well.
Just staring
I knew you
at
had it,
Damon
Mog.
that was unexpected.
Very insightful.
I don't know, and I'll look over at Mog. I don't know what that means, though.
Damon knows more than he says. Yeah. So what would you like to do with the flowers, Steph? And what would you like to do with the rest of this room?
Well, I'd like to keep the flower. I just don't know how to make it not get crushed.
Yeah, I mean,
Got a bag of holding.
Do you give it a smell? That's a good point. Yeah.
Half it.
Yeah. I mean,
Do
it's
it.
not going to get crushed if I'm holding. I guess I'd be investigating it.
Yeah, you can have a look at it. You're like,
a live flower.
All right, what would you? What would you?
Cut, or
No,
like
it looks like it's been cut. It's like a live growing flower. It looks very beautiful, but yeah, how would you investigate this flower if you were going to investigate it? Like, what would you do?
Okay, well, how would idiot Steph the player do this? It's a flower. It's not meant to be. Feels the petals because soft petals.
They are soft. They are soft like silk and almost hard like gold.
You give it to Mog or Damon to sniff.
They feel like,
give it to Hubert.
And specifically, I will say the words that come to mind for Lillian is like the silken sheets of a beautiful night with the one you love, in the arms of friends and family at places that cannot be truly described. Like when you were probably 5 years old and your parents gave you your first proper journal, journal for to start your little backyard experiments and stuff. From what I understand, that's part of your backstory. Just if that's not to assume, but that kind of first moment, on your birthday, and it was your favorite birthday. And you're like, oh, this is really great, and you had a great party, and you had your friends over who were other kind of nerdy weird kids, and you're like, we went out to the backyard and pressed flowers into books and shit like that. Feels like that in a weird way. You're I don't understand what that is. That's a bit weird.
Okay. I'm going to be peer pressured into giving it a whiff as well.
Yeah, it's almost overwhelming how much there's. Give it a whiff?
Yep, give it a whiff. Peer pressure.
Sweet. Give it a smell. And a voice enters into your mind. It's like, hello, how are you? What can I do for you?
I'm just going to look at anyone else and see if they're reacting to someone talking. No one else reacting?
And the voice kind of fades away after a bit.
Can I just whip it again?
Yeah, you can do it again. It's like, oh, I'm back. What's up? Hello?
Hi?
Yes? Yeah, hi.
Hi,
who are you?
Lillian. Who are you?
Inhaling sentient spores.
She's giving she's giving a big sniff at how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Are you talking out loud, Lillian?
Yes, I'm talking to the flower now.
Fucking fantastic. Bear peers in. It's like,
Hang on.
Damon shushes you. He's thinking.
Don't hurt yourself, Damon.
Do you guys give it a sniff as well? Is that what's happening? You're
off the plant, guys.
Off the plant, man.
Damon can't smell, so he refuses.
Yep, can't smell. It has no sense of smell.
What?
Did it respond to my question? I asked it. I gave it my name and I asked it for its. Did it?
Your name? Messenger.
Messenger to who?
Wait, I gotta remember the pronunciation of this name I've made up because it's Adriana the Great, of course.
Oh,
who else would it be?
Mog.
Okay.
Mog, help!
It's put it under his nose, sniff.
Just by
just by sheer shock, accidentally.
Hello, how are you? What do you want?
Who's that? Huh?
Me. And it fades away. It fades away a bit.
Oh my god!
You got to keep sniffing it.
Just hold the flower against your face and keep huffing.
What is speaking to me in my brain?
In your brain. Love the cross eyes there. It's oh, what's going on here? Hi, I'm Messenger. What do you want? What can I do for you?
Who are you messenger for?
The Adriana the Great.
Adriana
the Great? Yep. You know Adriana, surely. Everyone knows Adriana.
I've heard about her, a little bit cool. What was the message?
I don't know. Do you have one for her?
Yes.
Yes.
How do you do?
Okay. And then disappears.
Is it ever back?
What? What's that? What's that?
Yeah, I'm still snuffing. I'm just now this in my nose. I'm are you still there?
What? And it returns almost immediately. It's she says she is very good, having a nice time.
I'm guys, Adriana had a really nice time. I just know.
It's kind of
I'm dying.
I'm sorry, what?
And disappears again.
Guys, you are in direct contact with the god.
Unfortunately, you don't know anything about her, so that's good for you guys.
Why if I just grabbed that and put it in the bag? Why has nobody done a religion check? We did. We all went horribly.
Okay, great.
I imagine they call in bed at this point. And bed what do you guys do? What?
Do you
If
want
we
Not looking
do,
for
I am
passive
grabbing
insanity,
the
we're gonna-
flower and shoving it under Baird's nose, be like, Sif,
to do it? Just call
Yeah, so it's
Baird
like,
in.
hello,
Sif.
hello.
Sliding into her DMs.
Can I help you?
So Baird comes down.
Ben
and
gives a sniff and he's like, hello, what can I do for you? Like,
Looks
and you
at
like,
them.
you like look around, it's almost like it's in the room with you, but you can't.
Baird just sort of like stills and then looks at like Mog and Lillian and is like, what did you do?
Apparently, it's a messenger to
Adriana.
Adriana. There you go.
Yep.
Name's Messenger.
Okay.
Adriana.
Adriana.
Really well.
Do not at her.
Okay. Can I do a religion check now?
Yeah, you may.
Let me do this little check.
Little Jimmy Jams.
Yeah. Oh god, I don't even know if my religion check's actually any good. That's not horrible. It's not the worst.
Mhm.
I too fucked that up.
You recognize Adriana the Great as the Grinning God.
I mean, God.
Yep,
Okay.
the Grinning God. It's specifically very much Adriana the Great. She is the Grinning God.
Okay.
You're like, like you remember there was someone in your bardic college that worshipped Adriana the Great, and they were like,
Weird.
no, they were great. They were a lot of fun, but they were always like not really doing a lot of like actual bardic work. They were
Okay.
very much the party bard.
Okay. Right.
So you're like, oh, like
It's your fun friend from college that likes has a really bad oral fixation.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Baird will like lean forward and sniff the flower again and be like,
Hello,
"Hi.
message?
Yes.
Yes.
Who else has been in contact with Adriana here? Has anyone else been in contact with her recently?"
I check, and like disappears. Like the presence in your mind disappears, and then like some time goes by. You like give it another sniff. You're like back. Hello.
Hi.
She has been in contact with here particularly, or in general.
Like this particular area, this room. If you if she has a concept, if you have a concept of that.
I don't know. I do have her correspondence. I take those,
Okay.
but that might not be very helpful if you want to know specifically in this room.
Well, more specifically in this area because.
Oh, in this area, in Havensburg?
Closer, this building.
I have Havensburg.
You have Havensburg. Okay. How many people have been in contact with her in Havensburg?
In all time, or
In the last. How long has the plague been? How long have we been traveling for?
you've been traveling for since you started the campaign, or since you've been like
Since we started the
party?
camp. Since we started the
I
campaign.
think you've been traveling for about 2 months now, from my general working of the understanding of how long it's been. Yeah, it's been about 2 months.
Baird will. Yeah. So in the last 2 or 3 months.
In Havensburg, there have been a total correspondence of 15.
That's a lot. Do you have their names?
Yes.
Can I have their names?
He lists off like a list of 5 names, and they seem to have been in contact with them. They are. You don't get any kind of extra detail from that. But you're like, yeah, these are the people. Why do you want to know?
Because we found this particular flower in a room, hidden behind a wall, in a building full of cultists who worship Goldaraya.
Oh, yeah, she's dead. She was died long time ago. Yeah, the one who you have the flower, this particular flower, this one right here.
particular flower.
Yeah, she's dead. Long time ago.
Okay, how long ago?
I don't know. 90,000 seasons ago.
So I'm going to assume that Baird's like just repeating.
Yeah, Baird's relaying this to everyone.
90,000 years ago. 90,000
90,000 seasons ago.
ago.
So
Is that still?
90,000
It's a lot.
divided
It's a couple thousand years ago.
yeah, that's a long
Like
time
this
ago.
is a very ancient place, you would imagine.
Awesome. So she has no idea that this current flower resides. This current contact.
22,500 years ago.
So she has no idea that this current contact resides in a place that worships Goldaraya.
Mm.
Okay.
Mog starts to put together.
Oh wait, and like he's like well, I should have checked that. Oh well.
Mog starts to like put together like just a bit of information. Like he's just remembering like his teachings. He's like Adriata, isn't she that old god that just like to jump between like she just likes to travel, like she's like the tavern patrons and celebrations god. She likes to jump between parties. Like Mog's like, I think she's that one.
That would make sense as to why there was people at my bardic college who worked with her or worshipped her.
Yeah, you kind of cross-reference like in your like. Do me a quick intelligence check, Bed.
Oop. Intelligence check.
Like Mog's like, I think it's a good sign if we get into contact with the Green God, because that means she only follows.
That's when he hates me.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you like, you get some help with that. It's like 90,000 seasons ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can get some assistance with that particular conundrum because it doesn't quite make sense to you.
Yeah, like that's a long time.
Mm.
Can I? Who would I ask?
Yeah, like from the party. Like,
like
what do you think about that?
It's like 90,000 seasons is a long time ago, especially because this flower still looks fresh.
Mm.
Also, how has nobody who like lives here / works here noticed this room before?
Mm-hmm.
Not that I noticed the room when I was here, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for it. I was
Maybe it showed itself to the right party.
Mm.
Like,
Bear sort of looks away like that because
roll
like
me
Bear...
advantage on your intelligence check now. You roll an extra dice just to like that's like it's not context for that really. Like anything that you know as a bard.
Hey, that's better. 16.
Yeah, that's impossible. Like you're like that. No. That's like too many thousands of years ago. Like this place couldn't have been made that long ago.
Yeah. Okay.
And, yeah. So you like you reason that potentially it just doesn't really understand math very well. It's not like you imagine
this thing probably doesn't understand day and night cycles really.
No, who knows how long a season might be for this thing, or whether the Feywilds might have different levels of what seasons mean to themselves. Like because it doesn't seem like a.
Baird will ask it. What is a season to you?
Eh?
You said 90,000.
Party.
So 90,000 parties ago.
Yes.
That's funny.
Okay. I love that. Bear's just like, right, so it's a party animal. Okay.
Arr.
Very cute.
Arr.
Are
you okay?
I feel like we should leave this room.
Wait.
We can take the flower with us, but I feel like we should leave the building.
Hey, you don't hear the voice anymore. You're like,
yeah,
it filters away as you no longer smelling the flower.
As we leave the room,
let's go.
And like Matthew just kind of looking at the situation, like
as we're all standing around here huffing a flower like weirdos.
Bed, you should ask if the Laughing God can help you with your problem with Goldaraya.
I will, but I think we should leave first, or you guys should leave first.
Mm-hmm.
One to agree with that. Take flower if I can and put it in bag.
Oh, wait, can I help? Can I keep the flower so that I can ask her? I'll ask her.
Gives a.
I'll ask now, but let's walk towards the exit, and I'll ask while we're walking.
Yeah.
And walk and talk to the flower at the same time. I think.
Hmm?
My God. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So we start walking towards the door. Someone else needs to be on lookout now because Baird is concentrating on the flower. Of
Anyone goes ahead of the party.
course he does.
I mean, I would reason that you probably want to send Lillian, the god of stealth.
yeah, let's send our stealth goddess ahead.
Yeah. How good are you at stealth? Well, I rolled a 2 and I got 21, so yeah, big jam, motherfuckers.
Yeah, so as they walk, Baird will like sniff the flower again and wait for the voice to come back and just ask a question for her.
I have an answer.
I was unwittingly put in a pact with Goldaraya, and is there anything she can do to assist?
Hi. And the voice disappears.
Oh, I think I scared it off.
And like, you give it another sniff.
Yeah, just sort of like he like holds the flower like within sniffing range without like huffing it. Like
Hello.
it's like
yep. She knows how to do that. Why?
because there's a big party happening tonight, and the cult that I am unwittingly a part of and don't want to be a part of anymore is going to destroy the town.
Sounds like a bad party.
It's going to be a really bad party. I'm sure she could make it better.
Oh. Okay. Should I ask? Is that an invitation?
He looks up at him and was like, should I invite a god of parties to the whole thing tonight?
It's the first time Damon's hearing about this. A what?
A party? For us?
Party? A god?
Is there cake?
It's the bardic competition winner thing that Hubert and I are supposed to go to.
Oh.
Mog's just
My
trying to
god?
in his head. As he's like,
Bear just sort of waves the flower like, yeah.
From
Damon
the
is just going
front,
to choose to
wherever
ignore.
Lillian is, so she's gonna be like, and then keep scouting.
He's just like, yeah, just like, yes, it's an invitation for her to come and join this party to make it good because everybody dying is a bad party.
Disappears.
Oh dear.
He disappears. Like,
Mog is really excited.
That's
It's
it.
like, okay, kings host parties and they go off. They go right off, especially like churches and stuff like that. Imagine when gods come to a party, how sick that party will be.
I
right?
feel like what you consider a party and what a god considers a party are very different things.
I've never been to a party. What?
what is
Celebration. A
So-
celebration, sweetheart. A celebration.
This party? Yeah. Your father did not believe in birthday parties. He thought they were
No.
foolish.
There's always work to be done. There's always work to be done.
Yeah.
I have a flower.
There you go. That's what it looks like. Perfect.
Yay.
Hooray.
Props.
Got a lot of props. All right.
Yeah, Baird's still like holding it like here so that he can like smell it constantly without like sticking his nose into it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now we are changing as well what the symbol is. So the symbol of the hooded figure is now Lillian, and Baird is with the rest of the party, which is going to be Mog. Because Mog can't stealth, as we all know.
Yeah.
All right.
Now
So Lillian, do me a stealth check, just so we can get that out of the way, I guess.
27, thank you.
Yep.
Wait, is that thing you cast still active or not anymore?
Yes,
No.
it is.
It
Is
should
it?
be. It's
Is it-
concentration. So
It's
it wouldn't have
concentration for, like,
broken
up to
when
an
I was,
hour.
Like, biff baff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, when you're biff baffing.
Yeah.
No. When you're attacking, no. Unless you've cast
Only if
another,
you get here.
another spell.
Yeah, no. So if it's still within the hour, then add another 10 onto that.
37. Nice.
Yeah, 37. You're like, you slink on through the...
Melts into the shadows.
You melt into the shadows. Like, even the party can't see you at this point. They're like, oh, she's somewhere. And like, you're moving along, and for context as well, this is what the hallway that you're moving through looks like. So,
Like,
Yeah.
oh no! I
don't do that.
I just punched my computer. It's fine.
It's all right.
All very delicately balanced. It's like my laptop balancing on top of a box that I keep all my streaming gear in.
how does it?
Sorry, it's just a small bit of percussive maintenance. Just it needs
So
a bit of
if you bring up the exposed card, you can have a look at that. This is what the general hallway looks like. So spoopy. There's like mist and stuff like that, as well as torches and candles, like that are torches around the place, as well as
Which card was it? Sorry.
The exposed card. It's the one with the zombies and stuff on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Loading.
Dear and blessed producer, could you get our dear and beloved friend into the game? The Hubert Shamshalam. He's working with Sumba.
Finally.
Bastard. All right.
Yes.
But so yes, are you taking out the never mind. About dear Shamshalam, he shall not be joining us still. But that's so good. Could you? So you're planning to like extinguish the torches in the hallway?
Yes.
Yes. All right. How are you planning to do that exactly? Torches are kind of hard to extinguish sometimes.
Put them on the floor.
Stomp on them. It's a bit loud.
Mhm.
Oh, dude, do it softly. There's dirt there too.
Put them in your bag of holding. Just drop them in there.
It's like take them out, put them in the bag of holding.
Literally,
Okay.
like,
That
that
totally
works.
works. That totally works.
That
Yeah.
doesn't work, just
No,
Brags.
it's in there. There's like nothing in there right now anyway. So
Yeah. Can't burn
I'm just
anything.
gonna do that. That's an
Yeah.
excellent idea.
Good job, Trent. Wow. So,
Nailed it.
yeah, Trent.
Amazing.
Not Damon. He didn't think
Damon,
of that.
you came up with this plan. Damon came up with this plan. What a great guy. Yeah, you just like
He's
start
been thinking a
plugging.
lot today.
Yeah, he's a thoughtful man. He's all over
So
it.
I'm just like going along the hallway, like bag.
Bag. Yep. And then
Move on
like
to the next one.
yep. So you're gonna go left or right up here.
Uh,
There is a room over to the left-hand side that you can kind of see from down the hallway.
well, I don't know the way out, so I'm gonna have to link back to Bard. Bed. Sorry, maybe like bed.
Hmm?
Which way?
Bear sort of looks. I don't know. I didn't look for a way out, and I don't. Actually, wait. Does Baird remember how they got down here? Because we were in the library and they
Yeah,
didn't get knocked out.
you did kind of come from this direction, yes. So if you
Okay.
have
Which
you actually came from over here.
Hmm.
Realize from over here.
okay, cool. Well, Baird will point that direction. But Baird sort of like, that way.
Cool.
Mhm.
She'll just have a nod at that and wander back off down that corridor.
Mhm.
Baird's still got the flower, like vaguely waiting for like any more responses from the.
Damon kind of wants to go the way Bed does not say because he still doesn't quite trust Bed and thinks it's a trap.
Oh, you're getting trapped by bed.
Oh,
I'll say it to Lillian too. I'll be like, Lillian, do you think we should go left here? Bed did say to go right.
Baird's little ears like drop and everything. They look like they've been kicked. They're just
Good. That's what you get for messing with Goldwire.
absolutely distraught.
You
Hmm.
naughty, naughty man.
I'm asking to, like he like holds the flower up like I asked if she way.
Quiet, Bed.
Quiet, Bed.
With Lillian.
You're nothing. Get down.
Dude, like this is like anger, like look of anger that crosses over their face, like they're contemplating, and they put their hand on their wand, like I could just stab him with it.
And you hear the voice, like you hear that kind of like feeling of Goldwire, like do it, commit to the dark side. You know,
Do it.
The hand flies away, like
ah. Yeah. I've not seen Baduk. Yeah, the whole thing. All right. So you kind of round the corner and move up to around here, and in here there is actually, I will show you the like a gated kind of section of corridor, which looks a bit more defensive than the kind of rest of the dungeon. There it is. There we go. So this is the room that you see before you. You're on the other side of this gateway here. And yeah, there's a large pile of green slime in the middle of him.
Delicious.
Which card?
It is the dungeon card.
Figures that, baby. I got your flower. What's this like a bottom card?
It always is, isn't it?
It's always the last card.
It's always the bottom of the pile.
Just start at the bottom and then go to the top.
Yeah, but then it'll still end up being the
here.
last card that you pick up.
Yeah, because you look at the top card. See, that's how you get them.
Restart the app every time.
Why are you going to restart the app every time?
I don't know. Every time,
Yeah, I've been having a
it's like
similar issue.
Yeah, it's like when there's a new card. It takes like 2 seconds. It's no big deal. But like whenever you say like check a new card, it's like I have to reload. Then it loads instantly.
Yeah, there you go.
So, could be my connection, honestly.
That is also true. So at this point, I will. Yeah, so this is the corridor. So it looks like up ahead, you can see behind the other gate, like that's in front of you, is a staircase leading upwards. You imagine, like, for you, Bear, that is where you came from. If specifically, you came from the library that you were like coming from. It was attached to this kind of inner secret passage underneath the stairs of a bookshelf or like a section of the library. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. And Baird will relay this, just like, we came from this way. This leads back up into the library, but I did see some people leave this way recently, so there might be people around.
We can handle them.
Yes. But with that, I will call the break there for like 5-10 minutes. And then we will 15 minutes actually, but then we'll come back to it and finish off the game. So excited.
Awesome.
All right.
Nice.
Thank you guys. And thank you all for watching as well. We'll be right back.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, cute!
No, it's going to be destroyed.
You see the goose in front of you. It is larger than a normal goose. It is holding a soul and a book in its beak. Its eyes are glowing red.
Got attacked by a goose.
The nameless goose, who is actually named Humphrey.
I would like to create a love honk from afar that calls to Humphrey's heart and soul, pull him away so that we can enter the hut unfettered. I will find him later and kill him and take his entire skin and wear his beak as earrings.
Okay, roll me a deception check.
I wish I had my some music so I could be like, ooh, spooky noises. But you can imagine the spooky noise like, ooh, it's just so spooky.
Very spooky.
The sounds.
3 spoopy, 5 me.
Oh, yes,
Please don't make atmosphere.
I'm doing my
Cubit, no.
That?
just lie on the ground. Stop shooting spells at us, because that makes us shoot pus. And I look down at my pussy wounds.
Oh, God. Stop that. Having something that you can kind of physically see and be like, this is what it is, this is what it looks like, is a very simple way to just keep story flowing.
It's another tool to communicate to the players what's happening.
Imaginations are endless.
Players who are new into the game, being able to describe, what a crypt or a dais or something is.
I believe we're in the presence of a trap.
With this, it's like, this pops right up on my screen, and I can see all this stuff, and I don't need to tell anyone about it.
That is amazing. That's so good.
Oh yeah, look at that. Dang.
To have that visualization right there. Pretty impressive, yeah.
Having the visuals, it kind of brings it into a cool world.
It looks creepy.
That's how they get you.
Can I yeet the body down the stairwell?
Roll me a strength check.
Can I help?
Sure.
Yeah.
That'll give advantage.
Oh.
So AJ is yeeting the body down the stairwell.
Mm-hmm. I got another natural 20.
Yay.
Okay, so yeah, you grab it by an ankle and shuck it down the stairs, and you just hear a as it hits the bottom and sort of scoots along the cobblestones a bit. Nothing else happens, except it's a bit red down there now. You might want to watch your step.
I was kind of hoping something would try and attack it, like we'd avoid a trap. But no, I'm just weird. I'm
just weird. Yeah, I think Bag of Emeralds is like standing there and kind of looks over to Bo. So
but
why did we do that?
This is the second time I've played D&D. The first time I played, I actually filled in for a guy that couldn't make it to a session. I used my powers of perception, and no text on this slate, baby. I popped my collar, I have no worries in the world. Because my perception is usually pretty high, I can see a lot of things that the other people can't see, which means that I can kind of take advantage of situations a lot easier than I would be able to in just a normal tabletop standard. Like, it'd be very hard to be like, hey guys, I know the Dungeon Master just said I've got all this stuff in the corner, but don't look at it because you characters can't see it.
I believe we're in the presence of a trap.
With this, it's like, it just pops right up on my screen, and I can see all this stuff, and I don't need to tell anyone about it.
Do me a quick con save.
Oh no. No, it's the disease! Ah! I don't want it.
You're all gonna die.
Papa say you gotta get it.
Oh god.
Papa say you gotta get it. Wow. You are safe from the disease this day.
That is so beautiful.
Yowchi Mouchi. All right.
Good work.
You get on out of there. Do me a quick stealth roll as you're kind of like getting behind like the muddy tracks and stuff like that.
Splish
away
squash,
from these.
splish squash.
Squish squash.
Squish squash, apple sauce. Oh my god.
The natural 20, the natural 1. Oh, fantastic. So like
duality of man.
Let me tell you why you're here. What if I told you you could mix augmented reality with your RPGs? You take the miniature, the story ends. You keep scrolling and believe tabletop games are limited to physical models. Download Ardent Roleplay. You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the chance to add something new.
Alright, I am going to get my book on etiquette and throw the book at him.
Okay, improvised weapon.
Improvised weapon.
Roll a d20 for hit.
Wait, what? You have a bow. Why are you going to throw a book of etiquette?
But I love the poetic irony. This is the kind of player I am.
Okay, so you throw this book, right? And in a glorious grindhouse sort of fashion, in what feels like slow motion, it goes and just buries itself through his forehead. And he slumps to the ground.
Never played it, never played anything interactive. It was always on my bucket list. I've always seen it on movies, my friends play it, and I heard that it's like really immersive and that it can last for months.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I couldn't fathom how gameplay works like that. Like tailoring that some people could see certain things and then like other players couldn't. When they said it's all your imagination, I'm like, what? Like anything?
I'm gonna run up to one of them and like hook my bow over its head, draw it back, and like decapitate.
Imagination is endless, and I think having the visuals, it kind of brings it into a cool way.
Should we try to get her out of here? Are you gonna stab me?
Yes.
I'm not sure if the frog guy is like what we're going for, but he needs to be happy. Look at that happy face. Doesn't that bring you joy? Brings me joy. I hope it brings you all joy too.
Sean Sunday's player screens, D&D player screens arrived today, and going to do a quick unpack. And of course they're, particularly good because they have a whole bunch of nice, useful information on them for players, not just DMs. If the GM puts down a card, you can still have a really good view of what's going on in the space. So you're still getting that 3D view, you've got the screen, it's not in the way, which is what I was really hoping for, but that height is just fantastic. So you've really got a good view of what's going on the table with Ardent Roleplay. You can use augmented reality to see what's happening, and you've got this lovely screen to remind you what you're supposed to be doing and how it all works. Thanks, Sean, for these. These are fantastic. I'm really glad we backed your project, and looking forward to having a play with them.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, cute!
No, it's going to be destroyed.
You see the goose in front of you. It is larger than a normal goose. It is holding a soul and a book in its beak. Its eyes are glowing red.
Got attacked by a goose.
The nameless goose, who is actually named Humphrey.
I would like to create a love hunk from afar that calls to Humphrey's heart and soul, pull him away so that we can enter the hut unfettered. I will find him later and kill him and take his entire skin and wear his beak as earrings.
Okay, roll me a deception check.
I wish I had my some music so I could be like, ooh, spooky noises. But you can imagine the spooky noise like, ooh, it's just so spooky.
Very spooky.
Yeah, the danger zone now. But good luck.
Danger zone.
Welcome back. And I'm, of course, Jacob. We're all here, and we're about to escape this dungeon. Let's crack on into it then.
I hope we're actually about to escape.
I hope so too.
Well, you can only pray. And that's all you're going to be able to do. Right? So behind you is obviously the dungeon with the ritual space and a group of cultists that are behind you. And before you is potentially the escape exit, which will allow you to get to where you need to be. Well, where you want to be, which is not in the dungeon anymore. So
I noticed in the AR the gates were closed. Are they closed still?
Yes, they are.
In that
Yeah.
AR? So that's gonna. And we're on one side of the gate. We're not in the open area, right?
Robo Jacob.
Oh.
Okay, goodbye,
Yes.
Jacob.
He's back.
Yes, my internet connection apparently was unstable, and I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm fine. I may just close Twitch actually while I'm here. Maybe that'll help with my connection issues.
All right. Well, shit.
So we haven't gone into the room yet.
Nope.
Is there green? I'm looking at this green slime everywhere. Can I do an inspection?
You may
investigate that.
You may investigate the green slime. Roll me a dice.
I will. Damon will interrupt because I will warn Mog that my dad told me about this stuff and to be very careful.
What did he
I'm
assuming it's something of a gelatinous nature that my dad told me about.
Yep, roll me
his
advantage. I'll tell you what, you can roll me advantage, Trent, because yes, your dad probably would have told you something about this because You're a smart man. And
So I roll a history check?
Arcanum.
Arcana? All right, gotta bring
And the rest of us are rolling
Arcana.
Yeah, just Arcana. Cool.
It's something you're like, oh, what could that be?
I mean, that's nice
like...
because it means I get a +8, and my roll was still pretty garbage, but doing our best.
Very
Flying Ranger.
Naturally all right.
Oh, it's a 20.
Who is 20? All right, Damon, you get the reveal for this. I'm going to you've gotten a reveal. Good job, you.
Yes.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
No worries.
This is my moral compass, my moral dessert. What card is my reveal?
Your reveal is the dungeon card.
Dungeon card.
So I'll hand it to you, even though other people did succeed. You deserve it,
All right.
Yes.
As usual, I'm just gonna restart my app.
The box floating in the middle of the slime is what's really got me here.
Treasure.
There's a treasure in there.
Yeah,
Jelly.
but is it worth your life?
Okay, so here we go. Yeah, so as I'm scratching my shin and I'm thinking about it, I'm like, no, my Mog, and I'll like grab you by the arm and then I'll pull you back and I'll be like, Mog, that's a gelatinous cube. You can't touch that. Okay?
Oh, like I can't touch it?
No one can touch it. It's corrosive. And I'll think about the word. I'll be corrosive. It's
Burns.
I don't know what that. Well, I don't know what that means. But my dad always told me it was corrosive.
It means it burns and eats your flesh.
Why didn't they just?
You'd know a lot about eating flesh, wouldn't you?
Why is it called the burning?
I've never eaten a person in my entire life.
I'll be the judge of that.
And like Mathman gives you the same look, like
I was a fucking blood bag for most of my life.
I was gonna say, like
I'm literally the one who's been eaten.
Lillian was just gonna quietly be like, other way around.
Thank you, Lillian.
Damon forgets the story, but he's only got like bits and pieces of it because he was very drunk at the time. So he's got like bits and pieces of the story. So he's like,
Damon just like he remembers the story that there was definitely feeding on a person involved, but can't remember if it was Baird being fed on or not.
Yeah, exactly. Somewhere in my brain, I'm like, is Baird a cannibal? Like somewhere back in my brain.
Yeah, Mathaman is giving like the disapproving dad look to all of this. Like,
Mathaman can like choke on a fucking cactus.
Mathaman.
Jeez Louise.
Oh,
it's not even part of this party. He doesn't even go here.
After Mathaman saved your life from ghouls, how could you?
I love you, Mathaman.
Mathaman is a delightful.
I'm not gonna say. Baird's not saying this out loud. Baird is just like,
yeah. he gave the look. You know, he gave the look.
Oh yeah, and Baird's just looking back, just like
you don't even go here.
Yeah, it's just yeah. I mean, look, to be honest, Baird's on pretty thin ice. Baird might not go here for much longer either.
Well, it's true.
I mean, all I'm picking up is you're not my dad.
I'm not your father.
My dad.
I'm not your father. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Mac, you were going to say something.
All right, guys. If we can't touch it, how do we get that delicious loot from it?
Do we really need the loot?
Doesn't that loot belong to somebody, Mog? We're not just going to steal it.
It could.
The fighter telling the paladin it's wrong to steal. Incredible.
The warlock being like, do we really need it?
Iconic.
Yeah.
It could be someone trapped in it. We need to help them if they, I might be able to hear someone being trapped in it if we were closer to it.
That's not a big enough box size for someone to be trapped in, is it?
Yeah, if anyone's trapped in that, they're chopped into little pieces.
Oh, help me. All my money is being attacked.
You would know, Bad.
Halfling could be put in there. What if there's a small child,
Bear just like stares at Damon, just...
Give me a flower.
There's that thought process of just like, maybe I will kill him. Maybe I will turn on them.
You've like got your head
Damon being a dickhead is what turns Baird on the entire party.
Of course, that'd be the way. I can imagine like Baird has his kind of hand over his wand, and Damon's getting like his like guitar.
No, it's not even just because last time he went for the wand in response to attacking Damon, he heard Goldaraya, and he's just like, no, we're not touching the wand again.
True, yeah, true.
Do it.
Well,
do it.
I could potentially wash the slime away.
Well, look, I'm not touching it, okay?
I don't know if adding water to it's going to make it bigger or not. I don't know. You seem to know a lot about these slimes, Damon.
All I know is that
you used the biggest word I've ever heard you use. You used the word corrosive, so clearly you know a lot about them.
I don't know what. I'm like very confused. I don't even know what corrosive means. Look, all I know is my father lost one of his good friends to one of these things. I don't know how it works, and I know we should never touch it again. We shouldn't touch it once. We should never touch it again, ever. We gotta stay away from this thing. And I'll like frantically look for an exit.
The exit is literally on the other side.
Well, I say we go around this thing slowly and quietly. I don't want to lose one of you to it.
I will say at this point as well, Lillian, that your pass without trace has expired as well.
Yeah, it just sort of touches his heart a little bit, like. Well.
Can I roll a survival about?
Yeah, you may. Yeah.
Figure out like how's the best way to actually deal with them? Is it just do not engage no matter what? Don't even poke it, or
yeah.
Like wood.
That is what Damon has told you, though. Don't even poke it.
Like, don't even poke it, but will water wash it away? Because Lillian does not know.
Or at least wash it out of the way.
Look, it's always good to question Damon. It's always a good idea.
Always question your resident idiot.
Yeah.
Me too.
I need you all to know that this tastes like fruit tingles and it's weirding me out.
Okay, Jacob?
Yes. The best way to avoid the detection of a gelatinous cube is to utilize the spell Pass Without a Trace. Because it is magically difficult for the cube to actually see or hear where you are, and as long as you are very quiet, it is more difficult for it to pick you up with its like tremor sense. So that's tremor sense. Oh, not tremor sense.
Okay. Well, welcome back to plus 10 stealth.
Okay, so you can.
I am out of second level slots for the day, though. So.
But fine. Because it's gelatinous cube time.
Right. It's cube time, boys.
Y'all ready for this?
All right. Easy. You cast it again, and there's like a lever next to the door. It's not a complex way of getting into there. It just seems to be blocked off. There's two levers on either side. You did see, Bed, how to get into here from when you came down. It is like a secret little glyph on one of the walls, and you speak Dwarvish to basically open it up.
Okay, problem. Does anybody speak Dwarvish?
Only to get in, not to get out.
Okay, that's how we get in. But okay. Can I see a similar looking glyph?
You can see a similar looking glyph. It's on it. Probably not from this vantage point, but you know where it is. You did see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't speak Dwarvish.
Who does, really?
Does anybody speak Dwarvish?
Yep. Damon can.
What? Full of surprises.
Sorry, what?
Yes, I can read Dwarvish.
Can you speak it?
Why did your dad teach you that?
See, what I didn't tell you is this is actually a Damon game. So this is to be
He's actually the main character.
The MVP. He's like, yeah, what's up on the MVP today? We've had you guys before.
Well, no, my father didn't teach me. Don't be so silly, Mog. My father didn't teach me Dwarvish. He can't speak Dwarvish. When I worked with the guards, they were all Dwarven, so I picked up what I could.
Oh.
Okay, that is really useful.
Nice.
Wait, why are you asking me that? He wasn't really paying much attention.
There's a glyph that opens the doors, or it did when we were coming down, and they spoke Dwarven to open it, and I don't speak Dwarven, and I can only vaguely remember the word that they used.
Mog's gonna pick up Damon and put him down in front of the ruin and say, "What's that?" And don't you dare say a dwarven ruin.
Well, it appears to be a dwarven ruin.
A ruin of dwarvish origins.
So I will be able to read it though, right?
Yep.
Jacob, so can What does it say?
Melon.
Sorry?
Melon.
Melon. And I'll be like, it says melon out loud.
Yeah.
Has anything happened?
Oh, it's like the rune on the other side of the door.
Yeah.
Like, so you open the door and then looking at the rune on the other side? Is that what you're doing?
Well, the door... Hang on, we can see the rune on the other side.
To enter through these gateways, you press the rune, say the word, and the gate will open. On the opposite side, to get out, you just press full lever and you can leave.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it's only for getting into here, which is much more difficult than getting out.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, misunderstood.
Well, then I'll just keep saying it until I think the door will open. Melon! Melon!
Just...
Melon! Melon!
Pulls lever.
Yeah.
He will pull it in time with Damon speaking as well. Just
Yep.
I've done it! You're very welcome, everyone. I knew I would come in handy.
You're doing terrific.
The gate opens and the gelatinous cube rises from the floor.
Run! Like start sprinting.
No, that makes Big Bang.
Yep, and you're like, it just stands there for a little bit.
I don't care. I'm out of here. I'm running. I don't care.
And Mom's getting out of the way as well.
Yep, you get the other lever on the other side of the door.
Yes.
I'm gonna run for it.
Get out!
All right, roll me a stealth check with disadvantage, I suppose.
Yeah, Baird's gonna freeze because,
I can just imagine Lillian be like,
Lillian specifically cast the stealth thing on us. Right, don't move.
I'm not taking a stealth check. I'm just running.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna can I make like an athletics check to just get out?
You may. All right, so roll me a initiative as the cube.
Damn it.
Actually, you know what? I'll get the cube to do a roll.
15 on a 4.
The gelatinous cube.
Parkour!
Look, I'm gonna say, the gelatinous cube doesn't hear you even when you're running past it, because the magical nature of Pass Without a Trace is such that a creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other trace of its passage. It gets a 10+2 stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means. Now, the perception of a gelatinous cube, generally speaking, is that it actually has blind sense, so it can hear, footsteps around it, and it can see people around it, kind of in a perception kind of way. However, with Pass Without Trace, I'm going to give it to you guys that because of the nature of how Pass Without Trace works, you manage to just slip by it because you're not making any sound as you step on the ground. Even if you're stamping your feet quite badly, unless you roll a natural 1, it is very difficult for you to truly alert anyone to your presence.
Neat.
Yeah. Specifically in this context. For a person, if you're yelling and talking, running and doing that kind of stuff, yeah, probably they'll hear you, but that cube doesn't really have ears, it just kind of has senses and doesn't sense that you're there. So, you went to the other side, you open up the doorway, Kleck's standing down, and you run upstairs. Everyone else is below you, the gelatinous cube doesn't seem to move, the box is still within it, though. It's
we don't need the box.
Mm-hmm. And from behind you, Bed, you do hear that there are some footsteps kind of coming up from behind you. Mm-hmm. And what would you guys like to you're just gonna head out?
You can hear Damon calling, "Let's go! Let's go!"
Oh, got to make a split decision on whether I'm going with you guys or staying here.
Yes. Will you join the party you betrayed, the ones who hate you, or will you stay here? The people who really love you. Who really love you, Bed. Stay.
No, it can't. Bear's gonna panic. The automatic decision is to follow the party, to follow Lillian, because that's what he's been doing for the last 2 or 3 months, is following Lillian.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also he's terrified of these people.
Yep, you get as you make this decision, you get a pain in your gut, like a sharp, stabbing, writhing pain, and you struggle, but you do get out and up to the
Never mind. I was going to say something and then I was like, nah, don't worry about it.
Okay. So you get out of the dungeon, leaving behind the cultists below, and then you get back into the library you were in before.
Keep going because they're going to come out.
I look over, I'm with the whole party's with me, I look over, I'm like, oh great, Baird survived. Yay!
Baird's usually quite like rich shade of purple and looks kind of like almost like a lavender at the moment. Like they're white. It's just but it's just like keeps like barreling past you and just keeps going. Like,
for everyone looking at the stream now, you can in fact see the new characters we have made. Obviously, the entire party is here. They're all here. Amazing. Oh, it's so cool. Lovely art done by, of course, our fabulous artist Lauren. We appreciate for her tireless and hard work to make these characters come to life. But you may have been seeing them as you've been going through the game, but I love them so much. We'll probably get them to the side next time, but we'll see how much we can do. Yeah, it's just very nice, All right, so you guys get into the library itself, and you know kind of where you are from here. You have a sense of where Genvolio was before, but it is much later at night now. It has been it's been a day or so since last you were here, and it's obviously gotten down to the time once more. So the library itself is quite abandoned. Are you guys heading straight out of this place to then get straight out?
Yeah,
now,
straight out.
From what I recall you guys were doing, you were in the Bastion, because the Bastion is actually where the main library is, and it's where the Wizard Tower is and all that kind of stuff. So you guys find yourselves there, and you basically start heading out. And guards are around the place, but they don't seem to be affiliated with obviously the cult. And they kind of give you a look as you pass on by, and they're like, "Oi, who are you? What are you doing here?" And you look a bit stressed. And you're like, "Who would like to take the lead in this?"
My name is Daemon Theomune, and I'm just passing through.
I was one of the winners of the Bardic competition, and I'm trying to find my way. These are my companions.
I haven't seen you around.
Oh, I missed the rehearsal. Bear's also trying not to throw up.
Roll me a persuasion test with disadvantage while you are being
trying not to throw up.
While you are being eaten from the inside out.
Don't tell me that.
But that's how you feel, Baird. That's how you feel. Something's eating you up. Is it regret? It's regret.
With disadvantage, you said?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, it's still very spicy though.
I'll take that.
You're like, bah, it's fine. And they seem to you're like, oh, okay. Sorry to disturb you. Where can we? Where do you need to? Are you heading to the rehearsal area, or are you heading out?
Yes, I need to go to the rehearsal area.
Okay. What about the rest of you then? I kind of looks at the rest of you and you look a little bit disheveled, and you're like,
would you like to come with me, or do you have other places to be?
Damon
is died
at the
You've been unconscious for half a day, bro.
God's right there.
David and I have business at the Temple of St. Alberne. We have a specific dark-looking character that we have to talk to.
Absolutely.
Probably, I'd like you all to be there for this next encounter. But we could go to your rehearsal.
Well,
I'm sure Baird's fine by himself, and I squint at him.
Baird just looks a little clearly everyone wants to get rid of me kind of thing. Oh, okay. Well, just don't miss the actual performance.
I would never miss a Hubert performance. What do you mean?
The shade. Oh, it hurts.
There's two warring parts of Baird's brain going I've never been more proud of what an absolute bitch he's being, but also I can't believe he's being that much of a bitch to me.
How dare he?
How dare he?
The audacity.
You're breaking my heart. Thought we had something.
Yeah. All right. So we'll split the play then.
Yeah, that's
Hubert
fine.
needs to come with Baird.
Yeah.
Hubert goes with Baird. The rest of you guys go to the
Lillian's with the bards. Sorry. Lillian's staying with the bards.
That's cool.
Oh yes.
Gotta stay with her idiots.
The two Chads are gonna go and smash some people.
Yep.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah, good old. Yep. All right. So the guard takes one of the guards takes you down to basically the gates and lets you out and is like, let them know and I will make sure that you have some kind of like identification or something like that. Just let them know your names and say who you're with. I'll let people know. And he heads back up. Just mention Genvolio and you should be fine. Heads back up, and as for you guys going into the performance area, you kind of walk in there, and Genvolio is like obviously in a bit of a huff and looks with like this sharp eye as you enter into him. It's like, you two.
Yes, it is us.
Where in Thanathar's name have you been? I have been worried sick. I have been waiting for you. I do not know why you would not be here. Where have you been? What's in fact? Nope. Don't even know. Don't even know. Get in your places and begin. All right. Just you and just like starts positioning you. It's like, what are you doing here? Like to Lillian.
Just with my bars. I'm gonna just go and sit in a seat and be very quiet.
Yes, you will. And then like flitters over and like
slink away.
And then like starts like instructing people like and it's like kind of positioning them and it's like, all right, play. And it better be good. Otherwise, your time here, sister, is over. Right? You think I'm running like some kind of dilettante ball where you can just waver in and out? No. Maybe if you were noble, you'd have some clarity to be able to do that, but not in my production sister. So you play now.
Can I give myself some bardic inspiration before we start?
You may.
Okay. Yeah, Bear does a little like warm up and just like boosts themselves. It's like, I'm just trying not to throw up and it's fine. I'm just...
Yes, you will be rolling, unfortunately, with a bit of disadvantage because of what is inside you, Bear. You know very well what's in there.
All right. I'm going to do my little performance.
Too late to be known as John the First. Yeah.
I get a +6 to it though. I get a roll.
Roll a d6. Roll a d6. Actually, I'll get the roll a d6 for Hubert Shamshalam as well.
5, so 20. 20's not bad.
Yep. She looks to you, looks to both you and Hubert, and is like, Hubert, you best pick your shit up. If you do not pick your shit up in the next rest of this rehearsal, you're out. You hear me? You're out. Looks to you and is like, you will suffice. However, if you are late or you fuck around with me again, I will take your teeth from your body and display them on a brand new necklace line that I'm thinking about for next season. All right? We clear? All right, we're clear. And like she storms off in like this kind of like dilettante way. And
when she storms off, Bear just does that little, it's not the worst threat I've ever suffered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've definitely like not seen Generally in this particular essence before, but she seems quite charming. You're like, yeah. And she goes like to a different location. There's another like stage director, kind of mustering people, and is like, "Okay, let's have a fun time now. Does anyone need any water? Yeah, here's some water."
Yeah, Bear just like
snack
sits on the edge of the fucking stage and like puts his head in between his knees, and Lillian would notice that he looks the worst she's ever seen him.
Mm-hmm.
Must be all that regret.
Yes, all that regret.
He just
but
looks
like
at
the opposite regret that Jacob keeps yelling.
He just looks at her and he looks like he's about to cry. Just says, "I think I'm dying."
Roll a Constitution save for me, Bad.
Rip. My worst.
I know.
Oh dear. He's gonna die. Yeah, but I think I'm dying.
You you vomit. And to your immaculate horror, I'm gonna give you 3 guesses what you vomit up.
It's gonna be like those horrible slugs, isn't it?
It's gonna be those horrible slugs for sure. I'm sorry, they're not quite slugs. I'm afraid they unfortunately are much worse than that. They are maggots. They're like really like kind of like pinchy little like trying.
Don't get content warning.
Right, content warning. Winding it back, but yes, they are like carry-on insects. Like
I'm okay. I'm just.
You can now do a willpower save for me. Oh, sorry, a wisdom save for me to handle that.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
You'll be fine. Mm-hmm. You've dealt with this before. You've dealt with dead bodies before.
That was better.
Yeah, you stand up you succeed. So what would you like to do?
Baird sort of looks up at Lily and it's like that heavy
looking at the vomit like
Lillian, you're gonna want to do a will save as well, a wisdom save as well, because that's like, oh no. No.
And he just look like this, like the tears start to fall. Like he knows that he's like, I think I'm actually dying.
Yeah. So you do not succeed, sadly. You are properly freaked out and make a bit of a scene about this. You're like
like he just really like slowly stands up and just like goes to like stand outside and breathe some fresh air for a little bit. And potentially, if he's going to throw up more bugs,
you absolutely do not feel better as well from this.
No. Fresh air is not
just
helping.
in case that was a possibility that you thought you might be like,
absolutely.
No.
Fresh air is not going to help, and throwing up this portion of maggots is not helping.
Great times, love that for you.
His tears rolling down his face, makeup smeared. He looks like an absolute fucking mess.
Welcome to Dark Fantasy. Wow, isn't it a fun time?
Having a bad time.
Not today.
Having a good time. Having a good time.
And I don't want to stop at all. By the way, that is the performance that Hubert is now currently doing on stage, which luckily enough is attracting well enough for at least all of the cast seeing this happen. Though at least one of them has like also noticed the bugs and look at him and be like, based on Lillian's kind of exclamation point, like of like,
right, nobody saw them come out of Baird, so it's okay.
Yep. What would you like to do, Lillian, in this particular scenario?
No, I feel like I try and find the nearest pot plant and have a nice little dry retch there because that was pretty gross to watch.
Yep, you may go do. There's no plot plants around the place, sadly enough. However, there is a lovely like pair of chairs that you can just kind of crouch behind and be like,
put your feet between your knees and kiss your bum goodbye.
Yep. That's
you're like, how do you fix this?
Yep,
your body's outside dying and you're just like having a little like panic.
Yep. Whereas like Hubert's just like in his own world, like, and I don't want to stop at all. Yeah. All right. So you're outside bed and you're like kind of looking down and feeling this like you look down your hands and you're pale as a ghost. Like you can see how your hands are like just white as a sheet. And you're starting to like shake a little bit from what feels like a oncoming fever, and it feels almost like the disease is coming to get you. You know what I'm saying? Like that the illness that plagues Naminar is like inside you right now, and it's too much for you to handle. Like, and what would Baird do in this scenario? Like, what's their go-to here? Because
it's still holding the fucking flower. To be honest, Bear's is like putting the flower up against his nose, like, help, please help.
And like the message is like, hello,
help.
Oh no,
please help. Crying.
And like it flits away, and like
he's just like he's like, I feel like he's like stepped over, like I feel like there's like, I don't know, my assumption is there's like some kind of like hedge border and he's just like stepped over the hedge and like it's like lying in the grass just like crying.
It like comes back, it's like eat
what?
Eat it.
Eat what?
He like you don't know, like eat it. You know what he's talking about, but like
Flower.
We're gonna eat. Just Bear like looks at the flower and is like, "You mean the flower or food?"
Eat it. That's help. Help come eat. Yeah.
Bear just like
it doesn't seem to
Bear's
quite.
in a fucking daze. Bear eats the flower. Bear's just like shoves the whole fucking flower in his mouth.
Yep.
Just like, oh, I feel worse.
You take. Oh well.
Can I go and find Bed? Because the human's clearly fine. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. You take 4 damage from like the rose petal, like the thorns of the roses, like in your mouth, and you like feel this sharp like kind of pain as you consume this flower. And as you do, you feel like a little sun drop has gone into a very dark hole and lights up an immense pit of darkness within you, and you start to hallucinate. A lot. And you're like
please tell me I find him before he starts
just lying on the ground staring up through the trees.
Yeah, like he's faces down to the side. He's like got the like white
there's
like foam in his mouth, like
there's little bits of like blood as well from like biting into the thorns.
And you come across this like, oh no, this is rock bottom. I've seen this before. Oh no.
Gone from like the beautiful like bright eyes that usually has like completely black blown pupils. Just like he's gone. Goodbye, friend.
Yep. What
How
would
many
you
more
like to
rock
do
bottoms
there,
are you
Lillian?
gonna hit before you start taking care of yourself?
I'm on a rocket ship on my way to Mars on a collision course and a satellite. I'm out of control.
I have a whole song for this right now, but I can't play it because it's probably copyright protected.
Yeah, probably. Always good to share things. You can share on the Discord. You know, that's always nice for people to know that kind of stuff. Inspiration.
I feel like I have enough know-how to put Bird into recovery position. So, like,
roll me a medical check.
Let's do him in recovery position.
Mayday! Mayday!
Do the basics, then do everything else. Oh no. Okay. 31.
I don't think Lillian's stuffed up a single roll whole time.
Please don't jinx it.
Jinx it. Shandy, I swan to John.
I stabbed someone in the heart when I nat one last time, so and then I like completely distrusted Bed.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Lillian's nat ones are actually like so. Everyone else rolls like shit, but Lillian's nat ones are actually catastrophic.
Always catastrophic nat ones for Lillian. But you managed to put him up in the upright position, and like he doesn't start choking on whatever's in his mouth. You can see that he's obviously eaten something, and like you can try and it's like choking, like he's choking on it. So you can try and get that out if you want.
Yes.
You like pull out.
Times are clear the airways.
You try and pull out whatever's in there, and again, like it's like you can feel like it's like stuck in his like throat. You try and like start ripping it. You do it quite carefully, thankfully, but you pull out basically a rotting flower, like a rotting rose thorn, and like it's obviously covered in blood, and it's blackened, like petals are gone. It looks like it's like crusted, and it's decaying at a rapid rate.
Okay.
Gonna hold on to that bad boy? Is that
I'm just gonna drop that and just whack him with cure wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Just sheer I don't know what to do type of thing.
Right. Cheers. So Bed. I'm going to leave you two in this particularly terse situation and flick over to the lovely Macaulay and Trent, and we'll end up on you guys once these guys are done. So,
just whatever
Mog,
you've taken.
Yep.
Bed, you get 11.
Mm-hmm. We'll jump back into that once when we come back, because there'll be the stuff. Don't worry. All right. So. Mog and Damon, you are heading towards the Temple of St. Alban, which is obviously down the very bottom there of the map, which you can see. So once you arrive there, you kind of pass through the doorways, and you've seen kind of the temples before. I think Mac has been here before, Damon has not, but you've passed through the doorways and then enter into the temple itself. There is a small like cleric or like a priest like kind of praying for guidance. He's got one of the red like the eye with the 3 swords through it and the flaming eye. kind of praying and like trying to like, you know, obviously be a priest as you do. What would you guys like to do when you kind of walk into the temple?
So just before we go, like, get close, I wanted to talk to Damon, being like, okay.
So this is when it's still in the streets. It's like you're kind of walking through the streets. Now, obviously, this is like kind of nighttime in Havensburg. So there's kind of small like night markets around the place. It doesn't really sleep too much as a city, but there's, you know, places around the place, and you can see obviously guards moving back and forth.
Kind of just talk with Damon, but also remind myself of what happened last time. I'm going to be like, Damon, one of the I forgot why, but one of the cultists was the second in charge. The second in command after Albin, like who runs this this temple. Albin is a good man, I believe. His second in charge, I think, might be influence him because he's a cultist. I think I can't remember. Like I wrote it down last time as like second is evil. The second one looks evil and he's evil.
So there's two individuals. There's Graham Castleth, and then there's Uther Crayhammon. So Uther Crayhammon is the overseer of the Firewatch, and their activities as guards are kind of like within Havensburg, and that was the one you were like, I believe that you like were given like the information of like, oh, this guy's a bad dude.
I've got Uther down as one.
Yeah, and then there's Albin, who is like considered the pastor and leader of this particular congregation.
Yeah,
Uther is a more of an elected official, but works very directly with the church to kind of get the Firewatch to be there.
So what's the plan, Mog? Do we murk him?
I was thinking we talk to Albin first to try to get his like thoughts on it, but also I definitely think we need to get him out. We need to eliminate this guy straight away. He's in this temple right now, otherwise he could still be with the cultists.
Will Albin believe us?
He was a bit skeptical, but I've still got my burn mark on my chest from the fight. I plan on showing him that.
Okay, sure. So we're just going to tell Albin to kick out his friend?
Or to arrest him? Or to kill him. One of those two fun options.
But this person this person you're speaking of has killed what, many people? He's a terrible man, right?
Leader of the cultists that are killing people now.
Yes.
And on eliminating Halfling.
Well, we could
destroying Halfling.
You know, we could take care of him and explain it after to Albin.
I did think about that, but there was something at the back of my brain that was like, oh.
Well, I trust you, Bog.
But I don't know about him. You know, I don't know who he is.
Let's tattletale on him to Albin.
Sick.
Yep.
Lastly, as well, just to remind you, Damon, that the sword with the eye symbol are followers of Goldariah.
Yes.
So if they have that eye with the sword sticking into them, they're followers of Goldariah.
And that's bad.
That's bad.
Okay, sure. I'll keep an eye out for it.
Yeah. Just in case that they show up.
Absolutely. I like the idea of us just like walking through town having this like very strange and vapid conversation.
Yeah. Like, what are we doing again? But we're
definitely... Yes. I agree with you, Mo. Good plan.
You let the two idiots like form a plan on their own and then try to execute it.
So the plan is to execute the plan. Execute the cultist?
Yeah.
All right. That's what we'll do. We'll tell Albin that the cultist is evil, and then we'll execute the cultist.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm down for that plan. But you have to do all the talking.
Okay. I guess I can do that.
And we're at the doors. I would assume by that point in the conversation we're at the doors of Albin.
Yep, we have the doors of the church, and you kind of enter into the little like foyer area. Then there's the priest like right next to them, like like praying, obviously. And
priest.
And like he gets up from his prayers. And he's like, "Yes, how can I help you?"
We require a conversation with Albin, your saint.
you should talk to Saint Alban.
Yes, please.
Well, there's a prayer mat just over there. If you'd like to begin your prayers, I can instruct you if you'd like.
No, not me. And I'll like get out of the way and point to Mog.
No, the
Do you mean?
I forgot the word that you just said that he is the he's the leader of this temple.
Oh, right. You mean Alban? Yes, the Goliath individual who runs this temple. Yes. Of course.
Yeah.
I can fetch him if you'd like.
Yes, please.
He kind of like scurries away, and a few minutes later, he brings back the quite impressive, like about 7 foot tall man. He's like, "Hello."
Came in as well, being like he had an eye with the swords thing on him.
What? The priest?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious! They're all cultists.
They're all cultists. Yep.
Always have been.
Always have been, buddy.
Always have been.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God!
And then the guy comes arrives and he's like, "Hello." Oh, sorry. Greetings again, Mog. What can I do for you this time?
Alban. Can I do an insight check on Alban?
You may.
Typical Mog. This is definitely Alban.
Yep, this is the guy.
Well, then Mog's going to continue on, being like, we just like explained to him the story of just what's happened. That we were captured by cultists.
You were captured by what?
Like cultists of
cultists.
I believe that they've infiltrated this temple, and they plan on executing a ritual at the next party. At the big party that's happening.
I'm sorry. Why? Where did you get this information from? What? I don't.
Kind of like showing.
He kind of like casts something, and like within the area, and you feel like a zone of truth be cast upon you.
Okay. Can I?
Do you resist?
No, I don't resist.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, go for it. Right.
Showing
like, the scar.
Yeah, because how I got that burn mark, and then
he kind of like touches it and like feels like a bit of pain as he touches it. And he's like, "Oh, you were captured by cultists within the city. There are cultists of Golduai here.
Yes,
come with
me." That's what we're trying to tell you.
And he walks like to a like kind of the back area. You met him the first time because he was like I think hammering like armor and stuff like that. When you met him, sorry.
Yeah, he was just holding a keg, and then we're just having drinks.
Yeah, he bought a keg. Yeah, so he kind of goes out to that like outside area because there's like a bunch of farmland just beyond the like where St. Alban is. It's like barley fields and stuff like that. But next to that is what looks to be like a small forging area, like where you build like armor and stuff like that. He goes into the house and pulls out like basically like a storage like locker made of iron and stuff like that. And pulls out a massive greatsword, and then kind of looks to you, and is like, "I will gather more of my men. Where are these people? Like, where we will follow you and defeat them."
Also, just for more information, the cultists that we came into contact with, they had the insignias that a few of your knights are carrying.
What do you mean?
The eye with the swords.
The Fire Watch?
Yeah.
What do they have to do with this?
They were the cultists.
No, that is impossible. You may believe that to be true, but that is not possible. This is not the case.
We believe that Uther Cray is the leader of...
Cray Hammond? Yep.
Yeah. We believe that he is the leader of the cult.
He second guesses like a lot. Like he's like not sure how to handle it.
I'm just going to continue to be like, you might second guess me as much as you want, but there's also the smallest chance that he might be the one.
Take me to where this cult is. We will purge them in fire.
Okay.
Let's go. And he grabs like a kind of bandolier of holy water. He rouses the boys with this like bellowing echo, and he actually casts thaumaturgy. He's like, "Attention, Knights of St. Alban, lend me your ears. Bring forth spear and axe and sword, shield of faith and power of our Lord. We march to kill that which is evil in this place. Rise now. And you hear the cluttering and like of swords and sharpening, and like then probably about a dozen heavily armored looking knights arrive within the courtyard. And they kind of look to Alban and they're like, we are ready. It takes about like 10, 20 minutes or so, like, because obviously they're packing up and all that kind of stuff. Now, some of these guys obviously are the Firewatch, others are actually just St. Alban like clerics, like they're like knights, it's like paladins and that sort of thing. And they have different, like, kind of, they have variants in their armor, but like the Firewatch all kind of like rise together and they like kind of look and give a stare at like what's going on. It's like, we are ready. Where do you need us?
Can I go up to Alban and be like, I need you to do one thing for me while we have all these people here. I need to cast like Zone of Truth again and ask where their allegiance stands. Because there are some fire boys here that I don't trust.
And your priest too.
Do you quietly talk to them about that, or you're like, no? What that priest is like? He is stacked up in like armor as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I want to take him to the side and like say, this is the last thing that I really need you to do. Right here.
Roll me a persuasion test for him to do this. It will be relatively easy, but it is something that you will have to persuade him to do.
19.
You succeed. He's like, very well, I will acquiesce to your request. And he like moves up to the team and is like, let us pray, brothers. And he casts the Zone of Truth. I am going to suggest that Matherman is also with you and kind of like looks on this as well. And he casts Zone of Truth and is like, who do all of you worship and adore? Where do your allegiances lie? And each of them in turn goes and say to St. Alban, to Vanathar, to the kingdom of Numeria. Oh, sorry, of Namina. And each one of them says this, including the Firewatch.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The kingdom of
of Namina.
Namina.
Mm-hmm. And like they seem to truly believe this.
Can I do an insight check on the priest, like if he's armored up, kind of thing?
The priest, yeah, he's armored up, yeah. Like yeah, go for it.
I'm just really bad at.
That's all right. Yeah, like to your eyes, like you see these people and they truly believe what they're doing is a righteous and worthy cause. Like you know and understand zealotry within your order. It's one of the things that even you not being part of Namina understand about the Church of Vanathar. You zealously believe in the rights of goodness, and that goodness should defeat evil where it can be found. You shouldn't sit idly by and let evil just spread and destroy things. And yes, that does obviously come to a head when you're like dealing with zealotry, when you lose sight of what of who you are and your position in the world, and that can be hard. But these people absolutely believe that what they are doing is justified and right in the eyes of their God and of their peers.
Eamon, what do you think?
I trust them.
I suspect that wasn't detailed enough. That they could say going to Naminar, like that they believe in Naminar,
Mm-hmm.
but they might believe it.
He focuses in on them and is like, it has been called into question whether your allegiance is truly to the good of Naminar. What do you have to say about this? And like kind of all five of them look to each other and like, we would die and kill to see this place be safe. We have all seen members of our families die at the hands of this disease. There was nothing we wouldn't do to prevent that pain and suffering from happening again.
Checks out to me, Mog.
Yeah, you know what? I think it checks out as well. Mog has a little bit more faith. Like,
do me an insight on these people though, because an insight will be valuable. Yeah, and as for you as well, Damon, you can do one as well.
Awesome. Try to do insight checks. 8.
Mm-hmm.
And Mog rolled a 13.
Oh, 13. All right. You get the sense that, for you, Damon, you're kind of where you stand. For you, Mog, you see in their eyes that they have been taken over by vengeance. That vengeance is what really drives them at this particular moment in time. And though they can't really accept that is a part of them, it's a very difficult emotion to truly capture. You can see that they truly hate what has become of Namina, what has happened to their people, what has happened to their families, and that they will, if someone tells them that they're going to save the people, they're going to believe them. But you're you're at where you're at. So you've got your squad, the kind of Knights of St. Alban.
Yeah, Mog believes them.
Yep. He looks to both you, Damon, and Mathaman, and kind of does a little bit more of a speech. These three have found members of the cult here, members who seek to destroy us, to do away with who we are as people, and we cannot allow these people to live. We will now go to the Bastion and destroy them where we can. Bring what fire you can to purge that which is unholy. And when the 7-foot-tall Goliath speaks, he's got this kind of radiating presence about him. He's obviously still got the kind of thaumaturgy around him, because thaumaturgy is a very cool spell. But it kind of instills this deep feeling of, yes, it's time. Strap on the holy water, and you three lead a troop of St. Alban Knights towards the Bastion. Flashback to Baird and Lillian. You, Lillian, heal Baird's wounds as he is writhing on the ground in pain, and this rotten flower falls to the ground and turns to ash. Turns to ashes in the wind, with a kind of call to some ethereal plane that seems to shriek into obscurity. Baird, you awaken and see above you beautiful woman, immaculate, not beyond the scope of beauty, not maddeningly beautiful, but a very beautiful woman clad in silks and finery and smelling of beautiful perfumes and wines and cheeses and baked goods and things of richness and fullness. She kind of looks down at you, smiles to you, and touches your cheek and says, "Party on." And she grins like an absolute madwoman, and you hear song dance around your head a little bit, and she gets up and walks away. She walks into the away, and you almost see a kind of veil around her as she walks into another party. This hugely festive, beautiful, bells and lanterns, and the world wraps around and she's drawn. There are some class things that are going to possibly change about you. We'll get to that in a little bit. You might end up becoming a slightly different warlock, but you find yourself a little lost at the moment. In kind of a plateau of your life and your faith and where that is, and some measure of what freedom tastes like.
Yeah, I was gonna say, his entire core being has just been shook to the fucking ground, because His mistress betrayed him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yes.
no.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's just like is staring at where she disappeared with this kind of like stunned awe, and like it's still like tears like rolling down his face. Doesn't look as deathly pale anymore though.
You wake up again. You're like almost like a second wake up, and you see Lillian where that woman just was.
Yeah.
Like just looking as Lillian does, like. And
God. The gods, goodness me, how many can I list?
He just like reaches out and like puts like a hand on her like cheek. It's just like, I'm sorry.
You're okay.
First time he's ever said that in his whole life. He just apologizes. Just, I'm sorry.
Just.
He like sits up really slowly and like it's like shaking and just looks really lost. Like for the first time since like Lillian's met him, he looks like a child. And he is. He's like 9. Like I think the average out drow years, he's about approximately 19 years old, human years. He looks like a child right now. And he's just, it's just.
Do you give Lillian a hug?
Lillian's gonna pull him into a hug.
Yeah, he doesn't know if
give me that.
Yeah,
get that big hug.
Get it in there.
He, like grips onto her like shirt and just like presses into her. Like he's so happy that Mum hasn't given up on him.
Yeah, she's like stroking his back. Lily's looking better.
He has a moment where he sort of leans back and like looks at her and had that moment of like, oh, I just like ate the flower.
I know. I don't know why.
It said to.
Did it do anything? Except get lodged in your throat?
I think so.
Oh, your throat does not feel good.
Yeah.
It ain't cash money, my dude.
At like 20 levels of rasp onto how my voice actually sounds.
Yeah. Oh. Painful.
My lights are falling down.
It's all
right. Yeah, Bear just sort of like, Bear doesn't seem to like have all of their faculties about them yet. It's just sort of like processing, but clinging to Lillian, like fist in the shirt, like, no, you can't leave now.
And I give Bear the time he needs and then try and get him inside on a chair.
He will, like he can be guided, definitely. Still not completely there, but just like
inside.
Yeah, not lying in the dirt.
I don't want to stop at all. And like, that's the end of like Hubert's song.
Oh man.
And he's like, thank you. And it was like,
yeah, Bear's just like, no, I definitely still hate his music. It hasn't changed that much.
Yeah. Yeah, but you seem to be okay for now.
Getting there.
Slowly.
We're just going to ignore the pile of worms that are still probably on the floor.
I feel like someone's cleaned those up by now.
They are as ashes on the wind now.
Oh dear.
But you still feel the scars of what possessed you before, dear Bed, unfortunately.
I don't like it.
You may never you may never overcome the scars that you have suffered, but they will make you stronger for it.
Yeah.
Lucky. Yep. So it's at this point where you hear kind of like this rhythmic sound. And for you guys flashing back a little bit, you kind of start walking through the streets and there's like rows of two of the Knights of St. Alban, led by Alban, who is next to Matherman, and they are all singing a fun song, which I really love. It's God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember, Vanathar was born to save us on this day, to save us all from Satan's power when we'd gone astray. Oh, tidings. And this echoes through the streets of Havensburg. All of them using thaumaturgy, because fuck yeah, thaumaturgy. And
you got it.
It like reverberates in this like war drum rhythm that rides all the way. And for you, for Mog and for Damon, you're feeling this ride. You can feel like this, like you're surfing a huge wave of like purpose and energy and
Mob
like
mentality,
truth, and like you know what you're doing is right. You're like, yes, this is what we need to be doing right now. And as you arrive at the gates, the like Goliath like moves forward and smashes into the gateway and busts it open. Guards like move over towards him. It's like, and he puts up a hand with this absolute confidence in his eyes and says, no. They pause and look to the rest of you, and they let you kind of into the bastion, the citadel, whatever. And you guys inside the rehearsal hall, because it's kind of like in the main kind of hall, kind of hearing this kind of like rhythmic sound marching towards you, and you get a sense of fear because you are not part of this. This is not for you, but it's coming for something, and God Lord no, you don't want that to be you. And yeah.
Bear just panic sets in on Baird's face, like, oh no, I didn't die from the other thing. This is what's going to kill me.
And that is where we will actually leave game. Because it's a good cliffhanger. And I love a good cliffhanger, you know?
Love a good cliffhanger.
Love a good cliffhanger, absolutely. So we have 10 minutes left. So we're just going to do a quick wrap up and chat about how we enjoyed game. Thank you all so much for playing and everyone for watching as well. Yeah, it's absolutely lovely, isn't it?
Sorry, can we read out some of the beautiful absolute zingers that our fantastic producer has given us? Mom, look, they gave me paladins.
Yeah, there's some good ones here.
If you ever see us just like melting down over nothing, it's because our fabulous producer is sending us messages in Zoom.
Mm-hmm. Who do you worship or adore? Title of Jacob's sex tape. There you go. Spartans, this is Laminar.
Hoorah!
Yeah. Gonna have to have like an actual game where like I have like Vanatharian like or Church of St. Alban like knights being like, we're ready to party, man. It's time. Yeah.
I mean, they are the ultimate party crashers right now.
Yes, they
Oh my god, they're literally party crashers.
Yeah.
It's only the rehearsal party, it's fine. You're allowed to make a tit of yourself at the rehearsal dinner. It's the actual wedding you have to be nice at.
I hope you enjoyed the flower like sub thing. It was going to be much more of an in-depth plot that you could have like had like a little bit of communication with the god of parties, but you ate it, and that you resolved like your bullshit. Basically,
I can't believe eating a flower of another goddess is what resolved my bullshit.
Yeah, it's the best the messenger spirit had. Like the messenger spirit had to offer you. Like, I guess eat that.
He's never betrayed. He's never gone against his mistress in his entire life because
now you're big and
he
naughty.
got sold to her when he was a child,
mm-hmm.
and. Yeah, she's basically the only parent he's ever known, and he's never betrayed her until now.
Mm-hmm. How dare you? How dare you?
What did you say?
And so the whole voice inside of his head is like, eat the flower, and he's like, okay.
It didn't sound like the scary voice who was like, do it, when he went to like, consider murdering Damon.
Mm-hmm. Well, the turning point there was that you decided to leave. You decided to go with your friends instead of stay, and that was when you truly betrayed Golduaya.
Yeah, and
he was trying to kill you.
He's trying to kill me, Pablo.
Oh, yep. It's come for you. Yep. If anyone else had that flower, it would not have been cash money, because if you didn't have it, there was no help for you to get there.
Look, I was totally prepared. I was totally prepared for Baird to die this session. I was like, it's going to happen. Like, this is it.
Yep. You're going to turn into a demon as well. It's going to be great. You'll turn you into a demon.
By a flower.
Yep.
Just random flower.
Well, no, demon. What was it going to be? I was going to turn you into a...
Lunch.
What was Jacob going to turn my character into?
I was going to turn you a... One of those is powerful. It's going to be a shadow demon.
Thanks, I hate it.
Because you're a drow.
Yee. Oh, man.
It's fine, I'm sure that's never come up before.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, what about you, Elaine? How did you find the game?
There's just so many good singers, honestly, just flying around everywhere. Like, line of the game is just Mog. Okay. Done. Let's go and invade something. Okay.
Yep. Put the boots. Yeah.
Paladin way.
All right, 10 out of 10. Just never know how to respond because I'm like, I'm being hit with too many feels right now, and I'm attempting to process this, and I'm not processing it fast enough.
That's how it was in the old Dark Fantasy game as well, because they had the feels, man. Because they're spicy. How about you, Trent? What did you like about it? What was your favorite part?
I definitely enjoyed the Mac wanting to question all these people in the church, but rolling such low insight that he just agrees with them by default.
Yeah, it seems fine, man.
Nailed
fine,
it.
bro.
10 out of 10.
And Mac, what did you like about the game?
I got an army.
We have a Hulk. I mean, it's an army with a Hulk at the very front. He's like, "Hey, g'day. What am I?" It's like, "Oh, I'm a 7-foot tall Goliath." Like, "Oh yeah, how's that working out for you?"
Tracks.
You're pretty good, man.
Right.
I got 18 strength. What up? Come at me.
What about you, Jacob? What did you enjoy about a game?
That's right, Jacob. What did you enjoy?
Yeah.
Nobody ever asked the DM what they enjoyed.
I actually really enjoyed the monologue. Actually, I got to do a good monologue. Love a good monologue.
It was a good monologue. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, the rising of the Xanatharian Church, or the Alban Church. Like,
our producer is saying that plus 17 to stealth was really what did it for them.
I'm sorry, it's actually plus 19 if you remember correctly.
Plus 19 to stealth. Geez.
You're an absolute menace. And I love it.
And it's even like it's that plus other stuff that makes it easier to find them. It's like I can use their tracks. Like they don't leave any tracks. It's like there's a sound. It's like they don't really leave any sound because of the magical nature of the spell that they cast. Like, could I use magic to find them? Like, no, you can't. Unless it's like there's a mundane way to do it. Like, oh, cool.
Yes, I'll just go myself.
It's like what the spell does because I can't visualize how it works. So I think of like in WoW, there's like a shadow like ability that like the rogues can do, and there's just too many things happen. Like,
so I'll describe for you because it actually describes the spell a little bit. It's like a veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet, including you, has plus 10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks and other traces of its passage. So hair, feathers, anything like that. Unless you got a magical spell to find someone, you're not going to find someone with this spell active. And it lasts for an hour for concentration and basically requires ashes and a burned leaf of mistletoe and a sprig of spruce. Which are important to know because material components are a lot of fun when you use them in obviously a game. But I think that is about all the time we have for today. I'm so glad that you guys could all join and have a lovely time as we always do. And I'm sure we'll see you guys next week. Next week,
the week after.
No, next week. Next time. Yeah. That's one. Next fortnight. That's what I meant. Yeah, I know. Yeah, fortnight. It's great. Tell your friends. Anywho. But yeah, I think that's all we have for today. So thank you all so much. Have a good time, and I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, cute!
No, it's going to be destroyed.
You see the goose in front of you. It is larger than a normal goose. It is holding a soul and a book in its beak. Its eyes are glowing red.
Attacked by a goose.
The nameless goose, who is actually named Humphrey.
I would like to create a love hunk from afar that calls to Humphrey's heart and soul, pull him away so that we can enter the hut unfettered. I will find him later and kill him and take his entire skin and wear his beak as earrings.
Okay, roll me a deception check.
I wish I had my some music so I could be like, ooh, spooky noises. But you can imagine the spooky noise like, ooh, it's just so spooky.
Very spooky. The 3 spoopy, 5 me.
Oh yes,
Please no, please don't make atmosphere.
I'm doing my
Hubert, no.
That?
Hey, come on down. Just lie on the ground. Stop shooting spells at us, because that makes us shoot pus. And I look down at my pussy wounds.
Oh, God. Stop that. Having something that you can kind of physically see and be like, this is what it is, this is what it looks like, is a very simple way to just keep story flowing.
It's another tool to communicate to the players what's happening.
Imaginations are endless.
Players who are new into the game, being able to describe, what a crypt or a dais or something is.
I believe we're in the presence of a trap.
With this, it's like, oh, this pops right up on my screen, and I can see all this stuff. I don't need to tell anyone about it.
That is amazing. That's so good.
Oh yeah, look at that. Dang.
To have that visualization right there. Pretty impressive. Yeah.
Having the visuals, it kind of brings it into a cool world.